Welcome to Smokesteve's International Pub. All one of you. What's going on? Last dance? It's me and you, my man. I'm going to grab a beer. So I'll start the pub by leaving. All right. Makes a lot of sense. Get some fresh air up in this motherfucker. No, it's fresh hot air. Right, we got a watcher. And he's on the bottom too. There you are. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. I think you are the only one here because it's summer, and I've said this before. Just not going to be as many people around when it's summer weather, which I totally get. Yeah, anyways, now we're registered as 0. Let's I'll keep your tab opened on YouTube, Last Dance, so we have at least like somebody, and I shall do the same, and that helps make me feel like somebody's watching me, even though it's me and you. Okay, so I just opened a tab there. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Hopefully some people show up. God damn, it's hot in here, man. Wow. Alright, yeah, opening the door, possibly a bad idea. I'm gonna go ahead and close the door. Let's do that. Warm as anything out there today. For up here in New England, it's hella humid and beautiful though. I liked it. We had some fun riding some waves down yonder at the beach. Saw a couple seals. No good for the fishing, but whatever. It's still nice just to be out there and to be alive. I think, did we lose to Tony Bennett this past week, or was it the week before? I don't know. If it was the week before and I didn't say anything last pub, rest in peace, Tony Bennett. He was a real legend. Romper room, yeah. Why am I wearing these? I don't know. With the heat. Yeah, I should, Ascendancy 18, good evening, man. Welcome. Good to see you. Good evening to you. Reason for sure. Yeah, I hear you, Tony Bennett. Yeah. Anyways, rest in peace, Mr. Bennett. He was a class act. Let's check this bad boy at 96. No need to plug that in. Get my tray handy. Do a little smoking, do a little drinking tonight. Nothing too crazy, and hopefully have some good conversation. We were joined last week by Randy Mesner, original founding member of the Eagles, and he was the singer of All Alone at the End of the Evening. What song is that? When the bright lights have faded away, I was thinking that our love, and I only knew. I have to sing the whole thing to get to the chorus. Always been a dreamer, spend my life running round. So hard to change, can't seem to settle down. The dreams I've seen lately, turning round, burning round for more. Take it to the limit, thank you. I was just about to get to the chorus. That's the one, Ascendancy. Yeah, he sang that. He was lead vocalist on that track, clearly showing his talent as a singer. And a great, great song. A bit cheesy, bit slow, but absolutely fabulous. And the Eagles, great band. They did. They were the cocaine kings of rock and roll, and probably still are. I do believe they did the most of any band. Famously, when Black Sabbath followed on a schedule, they had recording time booked at a studio after the Eagles finished recording, and Geezer Butler, bass player for Black Sabbath, founding member of Black Sabbath, said there was about a pound of cocaine left on the mixing board, which is true, and he wasn't kidding. And there's a famous picture of the Eagles on a plane, Randy smoking a joint, and I think it's I don't remember who it is sitting next to him off the top of my head, but he's doing a little bump of cocaine off of a little mini spoon with a vial. That was a famous rock photo. The Eagles weren't too happy that the coke was in that picture, but in the end, it was released because you had Don Henley in the back of the plane reading a book, Randy smoking a joint, hi wife, and one of the other cats doing a bump right next to him, flying from show to show. Yeah, cocaine. It is like Rick James said, a hell of a drug, and it's a bad drug. I gotta say, I would say avoid cocaine. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the health risk. The high is not that good. Just stay away, man. Seriously, I've never liked it. And I'm not going to admit to any previous past usage. Nothing like that. I'm just saying, stay away. It's overrated, and I never really understood why it became so popular. I guess people like to do it to stay awake, to party, which is stupid. If your body tells you it's time to go to sleep, then the party's over. Go to sleep. Why keep forcing it to go on and on? I never got it, but I know a lot of people did, so that's my advice. Yeah. Exactly. And you want to throw a banner up for the wife since you're in banner mode. Created a banner there too. And in general, I don't like horses at all anyway, so if you're going to call the white horse the cocaine, there you go. Hi, wife. Yeah, stay away from that shit. It's not worth it. And it's, what a crazy thing, huh? You can buy and grow your own coca leaves. I assume that probably is illegal, but most people wouldn't know a coca leaf from an arborvitae or whatever. So you can order and grow your own coca leaves, and you can chew the fucking leaves all day long like a Colombian farmer. But I think to get from the leaf to the finished product, it's a little bit complicated. White horse, I'm not sure. I've never heard white horse referred to anything. Chasing the dragon, I've heard as the dragon would be heroin or smoking heroin, I believe. I mean, everyone has their own codes for blow. I've heard it referred to as white t-shirts. Because in the old days, everyone thought you were being listened to by the fucking DEA, so we have to talk in code over the phone. Some people would flip out if you broke code, like they fucking cared about some small-time idiots, you know? I don't even know the song, man, and I have a pretty deep knowledge of classic rock. I don't know that song, and I don't even know the band Laid Back. I do know a great drug song is The Pusher by Steppenwolf. Awesome song. And it's funny, he says he smokes a lot of grass and he pops a lot of pills, therefore admitting he's not like this organic. He's a pill popper. Cool, thank you. I will, I think I can just screenshot that and check it out another time. Sure, if I play it here, I'll get a copyright strike. It was fun to talk to Drone Tech the other night, as well as last week. We had Hayden Hewitt here, one of the original, I don't even know how he likes to say it, but he's Hayden Hewitt. He had a lot to do with Live Leak and Ogrish. And he's a mad cool dude. He's running some movies now. He's making movies. I believe his production company is called Black Octopus Production. So check him out. He's awesome, and they have some movies you can check out on YouTube. And he's the man. It was a pleasure to have him here. And he initiated me having access to his original StreamYard account and running the pub for a year on that, until we collectively decided I would switch over to my own YouTube channel. And how did that happen? That is odd. Oh, wait. I don't know. Did you do that last dance and it came out as me? Okay. Right. So you posted that link on the StreamYard. Understood. Okay. That just blew my mind. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I didn't do anything. It just came out of nowhere. I thought about it and it's there. What the hell just happened? I did that. You saw my brain, like there was a stutter in my sentence. I thought that. What the? Yeah, that was good, man. Funny shit. Yeah, you can still watch it. And anyone who wants to can give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And that is still available. I am sweating, dude. Got my exhaust fan in there. So there's a new sound cancellation feature on the StreamYard. As of now, I have got the refrigerator motor humming away, and I've got a dehumidifier and a exhaust fan in the room next door. And this is an exterior door, and it's all weatherproofed, but it's clearly not soundproof or vibration proof. So let me know how the new sound cancellation feature is working on StreamYard. I seem to be people indicating that it was an improvement last week. So if that's the case, right on. Pretty shocking news heard today from wife regarding the water temperature in some buoy in Florida was measured at over 100 degrees in the ocean, which is going to shatter previous records. Now, I did some research into that, and that it's possible that it was true, or it's possible that there could have been a lot of seaweed in the area. Dark seaweed is going to absorb sunlight, and obviously in that immediate vicinity significantly raise that water temperature. So if you've ever been in a hot tub that's 100 degrees, that's about the temperature where you start to say this thing's starting to feel quite hot. Fahrenheit, brother. Celsius, and we'd be talking seafood chowder, you know what I'm saying? Fish would be boiling. But Yeah, and welcome, Bottle Cap. Yeah, right. The highest temperature I think ever recorded was in Kuwait, in the ocean over there. And I believe that's legitimately recognized. That's high 90s. Which still, can you imagine? It would literally be like getting into a hot tub. Yeah, I mean, it's mind blowing. I almost want to just go to Florida in the middle of the summer for a day just to, yeah, of course there would be last dance, just to feel what that warm of an ocean temperature feels like. Lately, oh right, yes, Lee, using the cocaine against his competitive in a competition way against his coworkers. I like that. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, do your cocaine because you know they burn out. Better to burn out than fade away. Who said that? 70 is cool. Yeah, and highly. Yeah, the ocean temperature when I go to Florida is between 70 and 75, and that, oh baby, is nice. It's just slightly cool when you get in that, but man, you get used to it mighty fast. Up here, Massachusetts, we're at about probably 63, 64. You are correct, last dance. So it's still a little on the chilly side, but when it's like 85 out, it's, you don't care. 62 is working. It's cold, but it's tolerable. And that thing about the Florida water temperature is somewhat taken off in circles. People are basically spouting it as fact, 100 degrees. I don't think it's true on a pervasive scale, a widespread area. I think it's possible that in a small area there was an anomaly, a buildup of seaweed, cloudy water, whatever, but definitely not widespread. That's insane. Hope you're doing well, Lee, over yonder in dreary old England. You would think English bottle cap. But that red tide, it comes and goes, man. It's weird. Right, she sits on the beach. Yeah, we ride the waves. It's nice. My kid picked it up in about 1 second. I just told her about the timing. Jump in front of the wave, dive right along with it, and she can ride them all the way in like 100 feet on her bodyboard or boogie board, whatever you want to call it. And it's great. I will occasionally fish while she swims. It's nice. Though you don't want to be that fisherman who's casting into groups of people who are trying to swim. That, I think, can be obnoxious. Hey, cup of tea. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it's hot, it's used often as a example of global warming. But when it's cold and rainy, you will hear the things being said like, you can't worry about localized immediate weather. You have to look at longer scale things, which I think we are having a warm summer. Is it connected to an overall warming of the planet? Entirely plausible, yes. Is there anything that we can do about it? As I've said before, possibly. Do I think we are? Asking myself these questions is very annoying, and I'm going to stop now. No, I don't. I don't think we're doing the right things here. And that's a segment I will not be revisiting. Smokesteve asks himself questions. That is lamage. Right, let's clean out the grinder. Get some fine blueberry in there. Yeah, we have mackerel here. I catch them on a sabiki rig off of the boat, which is 30 years ago would have been around the early 90s. Oh, no kidding. You actually eat mackerel, one of the rare few. Yeah, I work with an Irishman who says this, he's from a rural island off of Ireland, and he says they'd have mackerel fried in butter or sauteed in butter every day. I thought in the 70s they were talking about on Ice Age was returning or something like that. Well, we weren't warned. Maybe you were last dance, but not us 100 years ago. Sorry, Hayden gave you a little of the business about the old thing last week, so not trying to pour it on. Although that was funny. He did go right at you. Even though I don't think you're that much older than him, which is kind of funny, but whatever. He sticks to certain themes that he never forgets. Love to see him again. Love to see Graham join in sometime. He's a fun guy, but he has his hands full. His little family there, so I would totally understand if he never came here again because he's busy. So whatever, man, all good. But I do miss him. Yeah, Graham, exactly. He jumped on once late night, like in the middle of Manchester at the bars with his mates. I didn't even recognize him. I made him wait, and he was fucking fuming. It's great. Good times. Grambo. It was cool. And he was very well spoken. He had an opinion about a lot of things. Sophie was great. She's a sweetheart. Geez, you eat mackerel every day. They did English bottle cap. We all miss that. I mean, it would be cool if they did one every once in a while. Movie updates. I wouldn't really care what they talked about. But I think they tried it and it didn't. Maybe it didn't turn into what they thought it would or what they thought it might build into. So here we are. Yeah, maybe it's a British thing. I mean, I catch him all the time. I could bring a blowtorch. I could cook up a little fillet out there fresh on the water. Piece of tin foil, blowtorch underneath, a minute or two per side. Give it a taste. I don't know, my brother brings some weird shit out on the boat, man. Last week he had some kind of beef jerky that was covered in fat. It's fucking gross. Hopefully he's watching this so he can see me busting his balls. And pork cracklins, I don't even know what that is, but he had those too. Luckily he brings the old standards of wasabi peas and peanut-filled pretzels, which is peanut butter-filled pretzels, which is pretty good. Have something to munch on. Hands full of mackerel and squid and clams. Yeah, he does. He does. They may have gotten one English bottle cap, but that was not why they left. I think he got more Twitter strikes. But Hayden's definitely on Twitter now. He's not super active, but he's on there. He is on there. Drone Tech had an interesting stream I jumped on this week on Rumble. I should probably have this on Rumble. Damn it. Missed the boat on that one. Was on a Rumble stream 2 days ago. I had the whole 48 hours to connect my StreamYard account to a Rumble account, and then I could have been throwing this over to Rumble as well as YouTube. That would have been the way to go. Damn. Okay, I didn't remember the strike thing. To be honest with you, but okay, I'll believe you. Go along with what you're saying. English bottle cap. I'm trying to think about what the strikes could have been for, but it honestly, it's been a while, man. Are those in cans, dude, or are they fresh? How's that come, cup of tea? Mackerel is versatile. Wow, I guess like overseas, mackerel is popular, man. I wouldn't have thought it. Who'd have thunk it? It's a stupid expression. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, English bottle cap. Well, there are places like, for example, Rumble, that you can get away with a lot more over there. Although I tend to think we get away with a lot here. I'm not sure. If I don't know, but that's a good guess, Last Dance. That's a very solid guess. So yeah, I think you're onto something. I mean, it wasn't like they had some. They were pretty small time on YouTube. So yeah, he was. I guess some people perceived him as controversial, but not 10 fresh. Gotcha. Cool. We had a recommendation from Sammy Cat to try some tinned fish from Europe. It was called Branzino, which I come to find out is English or European sea bass. Didn't really like it. It was in a tin, so not great, but apparently it is very well liked. Let's get that. I don't want to spill that on the ground. That would be gross. Just let you guys wonder what that could be. And if anyone guesses, I will show it on cam. Although something I can show you is that, and if you can see him on the top right there between my thumb and finger, you see him, the little fly? You see that little bugger? Right there. That is a fruit fly trap, and he's about to meet his maker. Look at him walking right over to the middle. See him? He's about to go. It's going down the hole. Last Dance is like, no, fly, don't! And he's going to go down there, and you take... Okay, cool. Tins are good for survival purposes. Exactly. I mean, I'm not against a nice tuna sandwich once in a while. Now that is apple cider vinegar. And I think I'd put some water in there too. You put a cellophane over the top of the cup, elastic around it, poke some holes in it with like with a ballpoint pen or even like a fine point. Wait, I think this is super fine point Sharpie. You want it to be a little bigger than the body of the fly so he can climb down. Then he can't get out. And he eventually falls into the vinegar. Little trick too. Couple drops of Dawn dishwashing liquid in the vinegar breaks the surface tension, and second they hit the water, they'll sink. So that's another way to go about it. Or an additional thing you can do. Wonder if you guys in the UK or in illegal or prohibition states when it comes to cannabis, do you see people smoking cannabis out in public? Do you smell it when cars drive by, like if you're walking down the sidewalk in certain areas? Or is it something you never come across if you're not a smoker? Curious. Oh, wait a second. Thrips. Oh, okay, the vinegar. Cool. Dawn's not sold in the UK? Oh boy. I had no idea. I thought that was Oh, cool. So people are smoking grass. That's cool. I smoke at the beach by myself when I'm solo, and I do look around for kids, young kids. The way I figure it is, once they're into their teens, they should be able to smell a little grass from far away. And like, I'm not saying like in the same room. I'm talking 50 yards down the beach or 45 meters. Plenty of distance, but little kids, I figure, damn kids. All you got to do is give them a swift kick, and then take a hit. You're good. No, I'm kidding. I'll just walk down the beach a ways and, smoke there. It's fine. I think it's more suspicious when I'm winging around over my shoulder, looking around, like looking directly behind me, and then I'm like, I think it's way more obvious because I'm like stuck in the 90s, I'm back at UMass. I'm like, let's go out behind the quad and smoke a joint, man, or out in the equestrian fields. Hilarious. Yeah, yes. Sorry, just working some things out here. Cool. I think it should be ascendancy. Frowned upon if you see people smoking it in public, but as you said in the past, Lee, like if you're at a concert, it's less frowned upon, certainly, right? That's cool, English bottle cap. I like beer. I drink beer. I like beer. Who was that? Who said that? Like every man in America, but somebody famously said it. I believe in front of the United States Senate. See if Last Dance is coming up with a guess over there. Yeah, exactly, Lee. I'm with you, bro. What was that? Something moved. It moved. Maybe we'll work out a little trivia action later. Possibly quotes. Could be fun. And the hearing on UFOs this week, I got some press, but frankly, those hearings can be so boring the way that they address each other. I don't know. Perfect example would be when Mark Zuckerberg was up there and, senators are asking him about how does Facebook make money? Oh, Brent Kavanaugh was the answer to I like beer. I drink beer. Supreme Court Justice, that is. Yeah, a bunch of bullshit. Do you mean, in general, the one about UFOs or UOPs or whatever the hell they were calling it now was bullshit, or that the way that it's laid out? That's me, John. And there was 3 of us buying it at the same time at the liquor store today. I can't call it what I would normally call it, because in some countries what we normally would call it is apparently racist. The package store, that's fine. But it was funny, 3 of us buying it at the same time. And I was like, this is rare. They were all cracking up. That guy was bullshit. Okay. I thought that the pilots seemed credible more or less because we have radar footage and video. What's my poison of choice? Tonight is margarita. That is orange curacao, tequila, and ice. And lime juice and ice, idiot. And lime juice. And ice, shaken, and that's delicious. And I do drink Bud Light. I've drank it for a really long time. It's been my go-to beer for years. I mean, I used to buy really good beer, expensive beer, and then I just decided I just wanted cold beers and lots of them. So Bud Light works for that. It's funny, I used to drink everything. I loved them all. I still do love them all. And if I'm at a place that it's appropriate, I will get a really good beer. If they say, this place has an awesome, German wheat or IPA or whatever, I'm going to say, sure, pour me up one. As long as it doesn't have fruit flavoring. I never liked blueberry lagers or even things like a chocolate stout. I'm borderline with, although chocolate stout I could do because chocolate and the dark beer do go well together. I just don't like when Sam Adams has a couple of fruity offerings. I'm just not into those. Yeah, I've heard this distraction technique thing before. Cup. That would mean that collectively, I don't know. I do know what you're saying, though. With the whole Trump thing going on, simultaneously, it's great thought. Yeah, UAP, that's it. What the fuck is that? I mean, I don't want to Google it here mid-show, but if you guys want to throw up what UAP is here in the chat, feel free. I would love your country pubs. Definitely. I don't go out, man. I don't go out here. I don't go out anywhere except in nature and to the store, But indeed, this is really kind of like the going out for me, because I don't go to bars. Let me put it to you this way. I have a dude who visits my buddy. He gave me the tray, the water pipe, which is kind of a loan, but a permanent loan. tons of other shit. He's super genuine. Okay, I know that just my tray fell and all hell broke loose and hit the wire and shut off the stream for a second. Yeah, what's going on? Scum, how are you? Yeah, it's 8:11, so let's get this thing rolling. And let me get my headphones. What's going on? How are you, man?
All right, good evening.
Good. How's it down there? Nice?
It's hot.
You got the same thing as us.
Hot and humid.
Right.
And thunderstorms 2 days in a row now. So
Are you on the same train as us that it's going to break tomorrow?
I haven't been paying much attention to the forecast. I let it surprise me every day.
Yeah, cool. I mean, you have weather alerts, right? So if a tornado is bearing down on you, you're not going to be like sitting there playing Pong, right?
No. How did you know? You got me pegged. I got my Pong set in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah. Did they come across? Not really near you. You got to be more inland. I think your weather is like mine, but more extreme.
We get some tornadoes. It's not like Kansas or Oklahoma, but we get some tornadoes.
Corn country, right?
Yeah. For a while, we had the highest tornado rate, just because every little tornado got recorded because all of Maryland is basically occupied, and there's no areas where there aren't people to identify that a tornado has occurred. So
sure. And like just ballpark, are you like 50 miles from the ocean, 5, 50, 100?
I mean, I'm more like maybe 20 miles from the Chesapeake Bay, a long way from the ocean.
But the bay does have that effect of often breaking up severe weather as it gets, if it's coming from inland, as it gets to the ocean, it usually starts to kind of dissipate, in my experience.
Well, it changes. Whether it dissipates, sometimes it gets stronger over the bay as it goes from west to east. Hey, Sammy Cat.
It does not here, but I think that has to do with our cold water temperature. So it has a colder air mass above the ocean, so the warm mass gets to it, and it kind of... Although you're right, that can cause disruption in an unstable atmosphere and cause thunderstorms in that action too. But generally it works in our favor. And there he is.
Hey, Lee.
Yo,
how you doing?
God bless the home of the brave. How are
you're in a different. You're in your kitchen today.
I am, yeah. Right.
Right on, dude.
I've had a nice smoke.
What kind do you smoke again?
Do you know what, Steve? I don't know what kind it is. I just buy it. It gets me high. That's it, really.
Oh, that's herb.
They have loads of different names.
Okay, so did you roll that yourself?
100%. Yeah, of course I did.
All right, man. Good man. Phew, the roller. Is it tight, loose, perfect?
It's not bad. I guess I can give you a close-up. There you go.
Very good. Do you use a tip, a little cardboard tip on the mouthpiece?
I put a little roach in, to just a bit of cardboard rolled up, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just like me, man. That's cool. Right on, dude. Very good. You having a cocktail?
No, I'm having a stout, like a Guinness equivalent, which is known as. I just started drinking this week. I really like it. It's called Brewdog. Then it's Black Heart. It's nice.
Interesting.
So it's a bit like Guinness, but I think it's a bit nicer actually. Yeah.
You ever had Boddington's?
Yeah, Boddington's Manchester Cream. Yeah,
that's good stuff. We could get that over here at least 20 years ago, probably still.
Right. Okay.
What are you having, Last Dance?
I'm having rum.
Sweet rum or real rum?
No, sweet rum, not real rum.
Yeah, there's an argument about whether those sweetened rums are sort of like a pumped up liqueur, or if you can call them a true rum, you know?
I'll let others argue. I just drink it.
You just drink it. It's sort of like the whole Southern Comfort versus whiskey. Obviously, Southern Comfort is just whiskey, but with sweeteners added, you know? And I think that's one of the worst liquids on earth, personally, Southern Comfort.
Wasn't Hunter
Oh, yeah,
Thompson a Southern Comfort drinker?
Ugh. I don't know.
No, I don't know either. I know he talked about it.
Maybe that's why he switched to copious amounts of heroin. Fucking stuff. And then B.B. King, who got diabetes later in life, at his later shows, he would say he'd be drinking orange juice, and he'd say, in the old days, I would drink orange juice mixed with Southern Comfort. Like, is there more of a sugar spike in the whole cocktail world than that? I mean, it's just nasty, dude. In fact,
Never had that.
no. I don't know. Drinking like screwdrivers all night or something, like vodka and orange juice, I think that's a lot of acid. It's tough on the system for sure.
It depends how much orange juice you get in a screwdriver, right?
Right. If you make them like I make these, you'd only be putting a shot of OJ with per shot of booze. So, and then of course tons of ice, and when you shake it, it becomes a melty, delicious cocktail. That's a part that's often overlooked about shaken drinks, is that the ice contributes like a ton of water to that mixture. That's why if you add 2 shots of vodka and 2 shots of OJ and a ton of ice, you mix it up like you're saying with the screwdriver, it's probably going to be pretty damn good. Orangey, boozy, vodka, but with a good water amount too,
Yep.
For sure.
I mean, if you're making your own, you're not trying to dilute the drinks to make the alcohol last longer.
Right.
So, you're not gonna. I don't know. You're less likely to get too much OJ in a night.
Mm.
If you're buying it at a bar, they're gonna put as much OJ as they can get away with.
Right. Or you order it properly. Like the last time I got hard alcohol at a bar, I ordered a double of rum on the rocks with a splash of water, and the bartender looked at me and was like, touched the gun with a splash of water and was like, "That's it?" And I was like, "That's it." And they were like, "That's like straight rum." I'm like, "I know. That's how I like it, with just a little water dripped in on the top." And you got to get them like that when you go out, like you say. Otherwise, it's sugar fest. It's nasty. Last Dance, show us your bong, Scum TV says.
No bong here.
Oh, he's not a bong man. Never heard of this one. Perlenbacher.
Pilsner. Well,
Sammy, is she actually drinking an Alabama Slammer? That would be pretty random for her. But I know she's adventurous. He owns a grow house franchise with Vietnamese surgeons. Yeah. Sounds like a Dave Chappelle skit. In fact, there's a really good one when Dave Chappelle does a Cribs. Did you ever see that one? Dave Chappelle on Cribs?
no.
And he's like, some people have a closet with all their sneakers in it. I got my own sweatshop, and he opens the door, and it's all these like Vietnamese people and like Filipinos like making sneakers for him in his house. Pretty. Oh, look at that. No rum. Water, no rum and peppermint. Okay, that's interesting. I just like a dash of water, literally a half a shot. Nope. Okay, I see. Yeah, she was just naming the drink. Alabama Slammer. I gotcha. So did either of you guys watch the hearing about the UFOs?
Yeah,
And I didn't watch
watched
it. I saw some excerpts and read about it.
I did see the testimony of the pilots, but I was listening to it as I worked, kind of in one ear on headphones, and it got to a point where I had to do shit that I couldn't be distracted by it, so I had to kind of shut it off. But I had it going on Agenda Free TV, and I did catch. I know. We were talking about you the other night on Rumble and Agenda Free TV. You and Steve Lookner and Drone Tech was saying everybody has an agenda. There's no such thing as agenda free, and he's totally right. Like, and I was like, my buddy Last Dance would agree with you regarding this guy. But anyways, Lookner was saying he thought that it was very compelling, like very strong.
I've heard intelligent people act like they're convinced that they're aliens. I've seen nothing that looks anything like evidence of aliens. Not the military guys. Certainly not that guy who claimed he's in military intelligence and says that the U.S. government has alien remains. There's nothing there. It looks
What about
like
the
same
Tic-Tac?
shit, huh?
What about the Tic Tac?
That's the same shit I was seeing in the '60s and the '70s. It's the same thing. There's nothing It's the same blurry video, the same crap. It's ridiculous.
Before the last time we were talking about this subject, I do find it fascinating, but I still can't get over, and I'm kind of leaning towards Last Dance's point of view. I still can't get over that something which would have to be a lot more intelligent than this, amazing technology to travel that far or to work out a shortcut, whatever it is, arrives in, under our atmosphere and then has these big lights to show that it's here. I mean, geez, haven't they got cloaking devices if they're that intelligent? Why would they want to show themselves? So I find it very strange that they appear and there's all these flashing lights and people go, oh my God, I don't recognize what that is. And it's like, surely they're more intelligent than to, I just don't get it. I really don't. So I just always think these things have got to be military. I really do.
Our military. So do you think that when the military pilots spot something that confuses them, they seeing their own military?
Yeah, I just think that they're not aware of all the specialized departments and technology that's going on. They're not going to be privy to that, no matter how high up they are as a pilot or within certain departments. They're not going to be privy to some of the stuff that they do. If you start making it that knowledgeable and it's out there, then you've got the risk of your competitors picking it up. So it's going to be top secret. So even though somebody might go, oh, I wasn't able to get into those files because I was denied. Well, yeah, probably because you're supposed to be denied. They don't want you knowing.
Well, I that might account for some of the sightings. I think most of them are the result of the traditional optical illusions that have always been present.
Maybe, and the other thing is that I also like to think that if it was aliens, goodness me, we better worry because they've got amazing. I just don't think that's the case. I love the fact that it probably is military, and that you guys, as in the USA, have got things up your sleeve that no one knows about. So if the worst happens, you're going to come in and save the day, and just then finally expose them as we start taking out other people's technology.
Don't count on it, Lee. You guys need to work. You guys need to work on your own tech. Don't count on us.
Well, we haven't got the money. That's the problem.
We haven't got the money either. We're just borrowing it from China.
We just keep printing it, so it's fine.
We're just asking China for it.
Yeah, like all of us, really.
Yeah. So
it was interesting in the English news this week about just going back to the war. Did you see the comment by the Ukrainian Minister of Defense, who's started to admit that the offensive just isn't going well at all, and that he actually I can't believe this. He actually praised the Russian defense like mechanism of the mines, and that they're well dug in, and they're just not making, like I said, any progress, which I thought was a bit of a weird admission, but yeah, certainly not going very well. Excuse me.
I don't know. It's just so depressing.
True.
It really is. It really is disappointing that we cannot make any progress on the negotiation and peace front. And it's not that we can't make any progress. We don't even try. We don't want any progress. Nobody wants any progress.
I mean, well, that was reported again. I mean, you've got to take it at face value, but Putin was reported to say this week that he was considering the African peace plan. I think that's loads of bullshit, but he wants to talk. The report was that he was prepared to talk, but he said there's no point because Zelensky doesn't want to know. So how true that is, but very interesting.
You know, it would be, as far as aliens go, it would be so awesome to, if there really were some real evidence, incontrovertible, not even incontrovertible, just barely believable evidence would be, for me, a huge step up from what I see these days, which is the same old fuzzy pictures nonsense. But I think it's almost impossible. I don't think there's any way, based on our current knowledge of physics and biochemistry, for any way for anybody to get from outside this solar system into this solar system, with any technology that we could imagine. So if there are aliens that are able to do such a thing, we probably would not be able to perceive them.
That's why there's two ways I look at this. When they show, or the pilots describe these things going from, 5,000 to 80,000 feet in a matter of seconds. And he was describing it as like the layers up near space or whatever, 80,000 feet. And you're right, that our technology, I don't think we'll ever be able to achieve anything like that. And for us to conceive of that, the speed, a person would be liquefied in that amount of G-forces alone,
There's that, yeah, exactly. There's just no way our conception of how life is put together can't exist in the way that, where you can travel around like that from one solar system to another. It's just.
Yeah, but don't forget though, in terms of that acceleration and deceleration, you're basing that on the physics that we know. So this is the whole point, isn't it? That it's a technology that may well be capable of doing that with some biological living thing inside it.
The real assumption is that it's somebody, that these aliens are reasonably close to humanoids, except for they have this amazing technology. But the whole there's no way that
in terms of distance though, and getting from one solar system to another, you know the story. The physics is there to say that it could be possible.
Well, the closest is what, 4.1?
You got a wormhole that goes, instead of A to B is the shortest distance, you fold it, and then you go. So physics kind of proves that could be done, but generally, But so who's to say they haven't discovered that technology to be able to do it?
Yeah, I mean,
you have the capacity to think about it and to work out calculations for it. But imagine that you're, without being silly, but imagine you're a million years ahead of any, of us, or even 100,000 years. Jeez,
I mean, let me postulate that there are space aliens out there. I'm not saying that's true, but I'll grant you that.
There are living, something is alive out there, is what you say. Yes.
And let's suppose that they are capable of interstellar travel.
Complex organism?
Why would they be interested in us? If they exist, there must be others. Other space aliens who are much more interesting than us. All we are basically worms to any such race of people, of aliens out there.
I agree with that totally. And that, if you look at us, if they're that far advanced, they'd have to be able to. Why on earth would they have any interest in us? Unless there's something in this planet, mineral-wise or whatever, where they think, actually, we need that. We'll just get rid of these guys. We'll check them out for a few years, see what technology they've got, and then we know that we're far advanced than them. Take them out, and we've got all the minerals that we want. We don't know that there could be stuff here.
I don't know. There's anything here that isn't also a lot of other places nearby.
You say that last time. We're pretty unique. I mean, you look at every other planet in our solar system; it's just a rock. You know what I mean? Or gases. I mean,
how do you know that's a rock? That's because you have the same conception of life. You think that life looks like some angry chimpanzee throwing rocks at each other.
There are rocks. There are rocks on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, apparently. These metallic rocks that contain a ton of metal that's used in electric cars. Have you heard about this? No. So they want to get this roving mine thing that's going to drive around the bottom of the Pacific, sucking up these rocks. I'm not kidding. It's the size of a house. And I don't know. The maintenance on this thing with all that salt water, God Almighty, right?
And the depth is, it's a lot of pressure.
But they're saying that that's a huge area for us to be. We're talking this could revolutionize the production of these things. But there's this major argument about it disrupting, obviously, the flora and fauna of that ecosystem.
I think we can all agree with Cup of Tea's assessment here.
Yep. Or as Jimi Hendrix, the song, wasn't it Third Stone from the Sun?
I don't remember.
Kind of a deep track, but yeah. And I never really watched that show, Third Rock from the Sun. Not 1 second of it.
Well, the bottom line is, if you're going to show me some fuzzy videos or some blinking lights or, any of that crap, I'm not interested. I don't. And if you're going to say, "Oh, I saw the dead aliens," it's a secret. I'm telling you, I saw. I'm not interested. Next, all that stuff. It's just the same bullshit I've heard my whole life, and I'm not interested.
Right.
That's all. I don't care if it's military.
Some radar thing where they're like, look here, it's going 10,000 miles an hour. Then you're like, well, maybe it's a false reading or a blip or something going wrong in the system.
Any number of things, right?
Hummingbird.
That must be it. Goddamn humming. How do we know hummingbirds aren't aliens?
Yeah.
They're right there in front of us.
The only bird that can fly backwards.
That's the other thing as well. In that meeting that they were having, what's it called? Because they're all being grilled about what's it called?
The congressional hearing, you mean?
Yeah, it was a hearing.
There was a number of times. Sometimes they were asked about images or proof about certain things, and they said that they couldn't disclose it in a public venue, but they were more than happy to show them in a private meeting. Is it SK something or other? I don't know, but it's
why would they be able to show it in public?
I don't know, and that's the thing. That's why I'm agreeing with you, Last Dance. I mean, why is it? You're there to expose the truth, and yet the photos that they say they've got, which clearly show that it's not any human technology, an absolute definitive proof that this is a unidentified flying object that's probably from another world, and yet they can't show it. They have to do it in a private meeting. So, but isn't that the whole point of the meeting, to expose the truth? It's like really weird. And they've agreed that they're going to have that meeting in private to view these photos and radar recording of this, that, and the other. So that's I don't know, weird. Why don't you're there to expose it, to show us now? What do you have to wait for? Why do you have to have a private meeting to do that?
Well, if it's still classified,
Why
then
not
they.
classify?
That's what it is. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean, these guys still do have to maintain some level of rules,
What would be classified?
I don't know. But I mean, if there was part of something that the answer they would give was on a classified document, then maybe they couldn't give the answer. I don't know. I'm just speculating. You would certainly know better than me.
I can only think of a couple reasons why it would be classified. One, the thing that they photographed or imaged is somehow known. It's already known that the government, it's their own technology. Or two, they used classified technology to create the images, and they don't want to disclose the capabilities. But they could always release doctored images that have less resolution, less technology. You could always make an image less clear and release it at an unclassified level.
Mm.
And people will say, well, I know they have the technology that they could produce this with a million times better resolution.
Mm-hmm.
But you could always degrade the resolution and release it at an unclassified level. I should say that that constitutes the entire universe of reasons why they might not be able to release it. But to me, it seems unlikely that there's anything there that's all that interesting. If there is anything there, nobody's going to be able to keep it a secret.
Yeah. But what's your views on the fact that do you think people would freak out and go crazy? Let's like a typical sci-fi film, craft start appearing above major cities and just hovering there, doing the thing for a few days.
So if that were to happen, people might have freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, I think they would actually.
I only think it'd be a little bit though. I think people will adjust to any reality almost. It doesn't matter. I mean, you'd be surprised. People will carry on as normal as possible. If you were to have a global thermonuclear war, whoever survives, whether it's 1 million or 1,000 people, they'll be shocked for a while. But thanks, Random Goon. But after a while, they'll just start carrying on with life like nothing happened.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Kind of what we're programmed to do. So
let me present.
Suffer though? Do you think religion would suffer?
Yeah, but so what?
Let me present two things to you. Reasons I think why the state of it is, if it is some sort of a cover-up, I think it is something from the 50s. I don't know, when times were different, the 1950s, when, I don't know, it seemed like there was a general paranoia about everything. Russians into the 60s, the moon race, and of course, War of the Worlds, and that whole fucking fiasco, the radio show.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of that somehow intertwined its way into the government, and there became this secrecy with it. I don't know, man. Like the whole Roswell thing. Roswell, was that a giant nothing burger?
Absolutely.
Weather balloon?
I mean, it was an Air Force base near Air Force bases where classified technology is tested out. But it was nothing, it's just jet fighters and jet...
Area 51? Area 51 you're talking about?
Yeah, Area 51, yeah. Basically all of New Mexico is a huge...
How about Hangar 18? Everyone knows about that, right?
I never heard of that.
It's in a Megadeth song, so I thought it was common knowledge. It's kind of a joke. Any Megadeth fans out there? There you go. Hangar 18 was supposedly a hangar that had alien bodies in it or whatever, like cadavers. But again,
They were worried about.
Why was it covered up theoretically so intensely for so many years? There you go. Gooner knows. Last Dance. Is it what I'm saying? Just the history, the paranoia about Russia, the fear of panic of the public?
I think it's a combination of paranoia and press shower, overselling.
McGrandy, can you give me a twister? A twister? There you go. All right.
Yeah, no one wants to pretend to be McGrandy.
What's up, Full Moon Fever? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, McGrand.
Good to see you, man.
I figured once we started talking about space aliens, you'd pop on being one yourself.
I actually poached that image. Anyway, whoa! I gotta go to the.
You're loud and clear on our end. Hey, did you catch the congressional hearing? What's your opinion? Speaketh. Lunatic.
No, I need to mute. I need to mute something.
You're getting echoes, but only on your end. You're good over here, but
how's that?
Speak. That's perfect.
Check Houston. Houston, you hear me?
How about that one Luna who was at the...
Oh, God.
Okay.
Come on, choose a different username.
Yeah, let me, thank you. Totally, nobody ever says that, but you guys feel free to tell me, man.
It's a little loud, but, you're the boss, so you get to be loud.
All right, let's try that. Any better?
It's about the same.
We'll go to 79. How's that?
A little better. Just a little.
66. How's that? Any better?
That is better.
Is that an
Okay.
audio check?
66. We're going with that. And thank you for pointing that out, Scum. Why? Yeah, fuck, man. Hell yeah. And what is his name? I can't see the whole thing. Can you, Last Dance?
McGrandy's... No, I can't. Anal something.
McGrandy, do you mind if he comes, if Random Goon comes on as McGrandy's
It's McGrandy's
Absolutely
anal
not.
probe.
He's my buddy, man.
anal probe? You're cool with that? All right.
Absolutely.
There he is, McGrandy's anal probe.
Kind of looks like I expected.
Hello, everyone. How's
I'm
everyone
actually-
doing?
I'm actually quite protective of my anal canal, so.
We don't want to know.
Alrighty.
I want to know more.
Uh,
What's up,
When I said we, I meant me.
Anal canal. Saying those two together makes you realize linguistically they're almost the same word.
A man, a plan, an anal canal. McGrandy.
There you go. It's the longest anal palindrome in the world. And this is what he does, man. He's hanging around. He's like, not feeling the topic tonight, man. Come on, get your ass on here.
Exactly.
Bring a new topic, bro.
He's a
Chet
genius.
Weiner.
He realizes that. Well, he's an air conditioning guy. He must get up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, at least early, at least 6 o'clock. But he's got extra stamina, man. I'm telling you, I start drinking at 4 o'clock and it's done.
Well, you made it tonight.
Well,
Four.
I did, and it was.
McGrandy, you two at the bottom of the screen. Looks like that was a younger version of you, and by the way, that's what we're going to turn into. We're going to end up looking like McGrandy.
You're right.
Lee, I apologize. Can you repeat that?
If you look at Random Goon and you look at you, it almost looks like a time lapse photography where you've aged, 30 more years.
That's not fair.
Hey, no, wait. Goon, I bet you're like, what are you, like 6'1"?
What?
6 foot 1 inch?
6 inches and one.
No, in height.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, I'm not discussing that with you on live streams. We can talk about this sort of sizing
Well,
off air.
I'm
you know?
5'11". I'm 5'11", but I think you're taller than me, man.
No, I don't think you are. I am.
That was confusing as all get up. Okay.
Yes,
What?
I am the same height, I think.
Yeah, I could see. Because I every time I see you, I'm looking up to you, man.
Maybe Topple wants to talk about what the hell did I just do? Hunter Biden and the cocaine, or
Good, let's do it, man.
or Hunter Biden, not the judge deciding that Hunter Biden wasn't going to get a plea deal.
Well, that's
Yeah,
news.
well, it was.
What is this a recent? Because I know they found like cocaine in the White House, didn't they? And they're like,
Yeah,
we have
it's
no
like-
idea where this came from.
Yeah, it's the
Well-
same shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It-
That was stashed down there. Who knows how long?
Here it comes. It's actually from the Trump administration. That's
No,
what.
Yeah.
probably from the
They
Obama
planted it.
administration. Are you kidding? It might even be from the George Bush administration. Think about it. Nobody did any carbon dating on that stuff.
For
Nobody carbon
entertainment
dated it.
value, I so hope Biden gets in the next election. Can you imagine what he's going to be doing in a couple of years' time? It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be so entertaining.
What wasn't?
I
I
agree with you.
learned of a news article about him earlier today, and it was about him. I don't know how old it is, but he
Okay.
shot himself in the Vatican. Is that right?
Is
He
shot
was.
himself in the
He met
Vatican?
the
Yes.
Pope, and he
Apparently.
shot himself.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
That's true.
I can't say for sure. You know.
Oh,
And
shit.
One thing
Well,
that's
Biscuit-
absolutely true
Well,
is that when he met the royal family, he was shaking hands with Camilla, and he farted so loudly that, like, you know, everybody was trying to keep their face like, oh my god,
Well,
like.
I gotta tell you, we Americans love to do that.
No, we don't. Don't speak for all of us, all
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We love it.
No.
You just like to break wind whenever.
Gotta send it out.
This
Hello?
reminds me of that meme from the 2000s when, like, a guy picks up his date and, like, brings her to the car, opens the door, and she gets in and farts, and then he walks around and gets in the driver's side. And then he says, hey, by the way, my friends are joining us tonight, and there's a couple sitting in the back seat that heard this woman rip a massive fart. Like, it's not American, no farting.
Steve,
Like,
let me ask you one thing. Was she hot?
It's a fucking
Yeah.
meme, Grande. Who cares if she's hot?
No, it makes a big difference.
In the second panel, she was really hot.
before the fart, yeah, after, negative, bro.
Well,
I don't know. If my girl ripped a good fart, I'd be like, hell yeah, good on you.
hey, you know, that's if you
Oh,
don't
no.
fart, it's an old saying in America, believe it or not. And Steve, you may not have heard it, but if you don't fart, you die. So
I've heard about this.
Uh.
People actually thought that, didn't they?
well, I still think
fuck.
that. I still think that, my
Yeah,
friend.
because of spontaneous combustion, and
Oh,
that
you got it.
whole thing come
Dude,
about.
it's all about.
So people were afraid to fart because they
it's
thought
all
they might
about
spontaneously
PSI.
combust.
How much pressure can your intestines take? You know,
That's right.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been poking up their
You're-
intestines
well,
for years
you-
with
you
different
got-
objects.
You got a
So
little factory. Dude, you got a little factory going on down below your heart. And
it's any time now.
This reminds me of a fairly disturbing video that I think I saw on live.
Why did it disturbing? I like the way you.
I think I saw it on Live Leak originally. It looked like it was from a factory floor in, I want to say, India or somewhere over there.
Some shitholes, what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and like the boss grabs like
Ohio.
it looks like an air compressor hose that you would use to blow sawdust off of like a
I saw
workbench.
Yeah,
And he jokingly sticks it in his coworker's butt, like not even like he didn't ram it up his asshole. They had clothes on. He did it and gave it a blast. Fucking blew the kid's colon out, killed him.
Yeah, no, compressed air is
Sorry,
fucking
Jack.
dangerous shit.
and there's a lot of latent moisture in that line too, man.
It's not just that you can actually if you get it in your bloodstream, it can put bubbles in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it can.
That's nothing to fool around with.
Yeah,
but also it's a fun idea to fool around with because you can like the ones we had, the little air compressor guns that we had.
The best thing to do.
You could put rivets in them and shoot them.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, you can hold down the safety on a nail gun as long as you keep your fingers clear, and you can shoot nails all over the place.
There was a thing that we used to do in our factory is like when a skinny we call them skinny discs, like cutting blade discs, like on a proper like airlined grinder, and we used to just fire them up into the ceiling.
Are you talking about saw blades? Are you talking about rotary saw blades?
Grinder blades.
Like metal cutting blades, that sort of thing.
You know, there's a channel in England called Channel 4. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
So there's a program on there where there was this group of people that they met once a month, and they put a funnel into their anus and then put in then red wine. And it got them pissed like quicker than you could drink it.
Sorry to hear that.
I've got some red wine. I'll be right back.
I heard about that, Lee.
And it
There's
was
a word for that.
About it, and these people were like having this whole party and like doing this, and it was like, and they were pissed within like, I'm not joking, within about a minute or two because it just eats the bloodstream so quickly.
I honestly have some
unnaturally fast.
Like fucking garden tubing and some red wine. So later on, I might have myself a little bit of an anal party.
Yeah,
now,
that is crazy,
be careful,
dude.
Though, because the thing is, the thing on the documentary was that if you put too much in, it had to be really calculated because you can end up dying from alcohol poisoning. So it's like it's a bit risky to do it as well. So yeah.
When I was a young guy, we used to use tennis balls in dog food cans. You could tape them together, and we'd put a hole in the bottom of the bottom can, and you could pour a cap full of alcohol in it, and you could drop in a tennis ball because it fit perfect for a dog food can, and light that thing with a lighter, and it would go 100 yards. So
like a little mortar.
Oh yeah,
100 meters for you guys.
I thought this was going to involve your butt.
I thought it was like a new invention of drinking. Like,
I don't know. That was I couldn't believe it.
Writing it down, like, you're writing.
Tennis ball. Tennis ball sounds like
promising.
Bizarre.
Any ways to get pissed quicker, right?
Now, half the time we were firing up Broward sheriff's deputies. They come around our neighborhood. So.
Good. Sure, they took kindly to that.
I do remember being
we'd give them a run for their money there last dance.
I do remember back in the day when we were like skateboarding teenagers at college and stuff. I found some money in my jacket pocket and I was like, holy shit, I've got money. We're like, all right, let's get a bong and some weed. I'm like, okay. So we tried to buy a bong via my mate's ID was basically, I've got my nipple pierced. I should be 18, right? They kicked him out. So we're asking people on the side of the street, can you go in there and buy us a bong? And we asked this business guy, and he just goes, you don't want a bong. If you can get your hands on a fire extinguisher. And we're like, what the fuck? Fire extinguisher?
What the hell was he talking about?
To make a bong out of a fire extinguisher.
Oh,
he
wow.
starts explaining how to do it, and we're like, holy shit.
You young guys, I just don't understand why you can't roll up a joint like a bunch of cowboys. That's what we are, man.
Well,
We
because
roll them up.
because
We roll
we
that
didn't have
shit
that
up.
much money, and we needed to get stoned quicker.
Yeah, but you're spending money on a bomb
Gruesome.
with all kinds of paraphernalia, consequences, and all kinds of getting rid of the water. Roll it up, man. Get some papers.
Water.
Worst job ever, Last Dance.
Have you ever read the old,
You're like, ah!
Yeah, you goodly. Yeah,
Vegan
you
in a
basically stick a
slaughterhouse.
hose pipe in there with
no,
like
no, no,
um,
you just take that, right? Burn
I
a
hate
hole
to-
in there with a cigarette.
My good
burn a
friend,
hole
you-
with a cigarette,
You
yeah?
could use a can.
yeah.
When I
Yeah,
was at
put foil on the
Guantanamo,
top, put your dope on, yeah, but it's all full of water, and then light it and take your finger off the bottom, and the whole fucking bottle fills of smoke. You take that, my God, you're just out of it within seconds.
I've got an even better one for you, Lee. You cut the bottom off the bottle. Then you
Right.
put it down all the way up about an inch short of the neck.
Right.
Submerged in water.
Some
You-
water. Yeah, we call them buckets.
gravity bomb.
Because you just go.
And you lift it up, and the water pulls down because of its weight, and it pulls air through the pipe, thereby filling the bottle with smoke. When you just get to the water, you push down on it, and it fires smoke into your
We did
lungs.
that with one of them, like the water tanks that you get in offices and stuff
Yeah, like a
Got
3
one on
or a
there.
5 gallon. Yeah.
in a bathtub.
wow,
Mhm.
that's showing.
I
a lot
mean,
of
it's
respect
being
for the
young,
weed,
being
man.
a skater, and going, "Oh, all right, dope is
Yeah.
fun." Okay.
You know what we used to do? We used to put get a can, a soda can, like the one you're drinking out of right now, flatten it out, stick it with a fork, lay the weed in there, turn
Oh,
it
yeah.
around, light that fucker up, and suck that drinking
What-
port.
What
know?
was the
Yeah.
big thing from when we were kids? Where you get a bottle, like a Coke bottle or something.
Huh.
You would put a hole in the bottom, like what Lee said, but instead you would put like hose pipe in there,
Mm.
and then put like a socket on that, screw it in, and that's like your pipe. So you put a gauze on that, burn your weed there, you suck it from the top like a
Wow.
bong.
What did you say, gauze?
Yeah, like a gauze, yeah, to hold the weed. Or we put
Wow.
tobacco in there to hold the weed.
Oh, you mean
in there.
gauze like as in cotton bandaging?
Oh, like no, like a metal gauze.
Like a screen, a
We
screen.
would call that a
we
screen.
call them gauzes. Over
Oh
here.
my
Okay.
God, that's a major communication issue there, buddy.
Well, it's not because they're both built the same way. A gauze is
Yeah,
layered,
but we're not
like-
sucking.
and
For
so
us,
is
gauze is something you stuff in a wound. It's like cotton.
you stuff in it. You stick it in there.
I know. I'm just
I
saying.
really hope if I'm injured, you are not the medic for me.
Oh, I am the one. Dude.
Right, just stuff cotton in
I'm
there.
stuffing that shit in there, buddy. You're gonna.
Yeah,
have to-
totally different definitions. As Cup is saying gauze here, he means metal screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to us,
Major communication issue.
yeah, but interesting
Draw
nonetheless.
attention to that. No, we need to draw attention to that. It may save lives. Give me the gauze. Up. An American.
Why don't you just say bandage? Because
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
universal. But you Americans just fuck things up as always.
I think it's
I mean-
because the gauze bandage has like
No.
interwoven like crossed.
Yeah, so does
patch.
yours.
It's
That's
Right,
what
right, right.
yours is. Yeah,
it's
it's
because
the-
all the
it's the same brand.
superiorities of the firehouse this and police this and all our series and how people are brainwashed, man.
No. This is a shirt right here. Shirt.
Yeah, shirt, yeah.
This ain't no vest, homeboy. I don't know
No,
what.
this would be like, like sort of that thing, wouldn't it?
Wow,
Yeah, but
You're right.
over a shirt.
that's some ink there, buddy. What are you
Huh?
doing?
I think he's
John
saying that
Chromatic-
what you call a shirt in the UK, we call a vest in the US.
Maybe we should call it a blouse. They might
Then
understand.
again, we're lazy. I mean, a shirt.
A
could be-
blouse.
We'll call things like a button-up shirt as
Just
well.
trying to communicate here, man.
You just remind me of another Dave Chappelle
Who
skit.
buckets? Who put that, John? Good lad.
The Dave Chappelle skit when it's Charlie Murphy and they play Prince and the what was Prince's band called? The Revolution. Yeah,
Yeah.
they play them in a basketball game, and then afterwards, Prince makes pancakes for them, which was hilarious in and of itself. But Charlie Murphy, when they are about to start the game, he's like, "What's it going to be? Shirts and blouses?" And because Prince and his guys are all wearing that fruity shit, dude. And then, of course, Prince can ball, and Prince destroys Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy being Eddie Murphy's brother. One of the funniest fucking people ever.
Never heard of him.
You gotta. It's all part of the Dave Chappelle show. If you've watched it, Last Dance, Lee, you guys watch that? The original, hilarious,
I'm a
dude.
big Dave Chappelle fan.
Hilarious.
You have an HBO background. I never got HBO.
The original Dave Chappelle show, I think it was on Comedy Central, bro. With Charlie Murphy and Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. And Biscuit Vapes is here. Let's go, Bis. Get up in here.
Yeah, he's the gauze expert.
He is.
Come on, there he is.
Yes, thank you, Biscuit. Yes, my man. Come on, join us because you are correct, sir. You're on my side here.
What? It's very.
Yeah, here's another one for you by Cup of Tea. They
They're all
call.
fannies and asses.
We call a fanny here is like what you would almost in a cute way call somebody's ass or backside, like a little kid, like fanny, right?
I think Grande's got a cute fanny.
But over there, right? Fanny means like vagina.
Yeah, it's your vag. Yeah.
A whole different ball game, bro.
Wrong end.
So think
I feel
fanny
safe in
packs,
saying that.
and we're
as an
like,
American,
okay, we
I've
wear
never
it
said
at the
the word
front of
fanny.
the bag.
It's also
No,
a woman's
Isn't
name
fanny
in the old days.
Isn't
Yeah.
fanny like pretty like
Except the
old
back
way
of
of
the
saying
train, maybe.
an old way of saying it for us? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't
Like,
really
most people
use
say
fanny.
pussy.
Pack. That fanny pack's a good one. Yep.
Biscuit.
Yeah, and fanny pack means a whole other thing over there, man.
Yeah, you wear it on the front, not the back.
I like the way
That's
the
where
Americans
fanny
say aluminium. They go aluminum.
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 Yeah.
We use
How do you say nuclear?
Nuclear.
Yeah, okay. No one's nuclear.
And you spell color without the U. We spell
Yeah,
it
what is wrong with it? And
C-O-L-O-U-R. You spell it
You spell
C-O-L-O-R.
do not.
You know what, you guys, we're having a great time here, but there's communities in Appalachia that actually speak ancient fucking English, like you guys do. But
What do you mean, like proper English? Like
No,
they
I'm
actually
talking-
learned
well,
the
I'm talking,
dictionary and
You
I'm
mean
talking-
you mean ye old English
I'm talking
with an E?
Well, yeah, they've been isolated long enough so that, through their propagation of their kin, they have been able to develop and maintain this proper English.
You talking about the people that drink so much Mountain Dew they rot their fucking teeth right out of their head, as my mom would say?
I'm talking
we're
about the ones
English in it, bro.
that have the stills and make that good whiskey you may want sometime.
The real Mountain Dew.
English can't make good
Yeah.
whiskey. Right, they're a bunch of liars and they're having you on.
Yeah, only the Irish and Scottish make whiskey, good whiskey.
No, Tennessee makes the best. Well, Japan.
That's not whiskey. That's
Kentuckians beg to differ.
Well, bourbon's whiskey. Come on.
All
right.
No,
I'm bumping my volume up now that High Volume Vapes is here.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm up to 86 though. Right.
Why are
See
you
if that's
bumping your volume up? I can hear you fine earlier. Steve.
I know your volume was well loud. It's
Okay,
louder than
okay.
anyone else.
Understood. Understood. 66 is all I need.
Check 113 has a gas
You know,
leak. We
you know, when
using
it comes to
oxygen.
Old English, you were saying about Old English earlier, the origins of the English language is actually Germanic.
Actually, you're right. It's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If you go back
Biscuit
far
said
enough,
ye as well. It's not. It's not ye. It's pronounced the. It's called a thorn in the English language, where you
Lee,
put
I
ye
would
together.
like to give you some example. I'll give you one example.
Speak, Steve.
Still too high. Still too high.
Idaho, hands up.
Tiny bit, but
Idaho,
it's fine.
hands up.
It's fine.
That's
Okay.
English, right?
I don't know why do you say that every week? You're saying that, and
Well, first of all, because it's a major paradox for me. But Steve, I haven't said it every week because I haven't been here for.
now that you're here, I do end up hearing Idaho at least once coming
But
from you.
guess what? Are you picking up? Now you know, man. If you're ever in fucking conflict with a bunch of Germans, or even go to a bar in Germany and say "Honda ho," you're gonna be like the Germans are gonna love you because they think you speak German.
Yeah,
Well,
so
probably-
If you go
until
to,
they talk to you and you don't say another word.
it's the same thing if you go to a Scottish bar and go, "All right, cunt." They totally understand you.
Thank you for that. There, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
If I was ever to go to Europe, it would probably be Spain. Legal cannabis, and Spain looks fucking sick. You guys have probably been there.
Never been there.
I've never been
How
to
about
Spain.
that?
My people come from Spain.
Lee?
Yeah, I don't think there's certain areas you can buy it, but it's not like legal in Spain.
Not in
I don't
Spain,
know.
not like it is in Amsterdam.
I don't know who's told you that. You can't walk around smoking a joint in Spain.
No, but there's definitely
You could,
places you can
could,
buy it.
but You might. Yeah, but I think. Yeah, it's not as easy as you think because I believe I might be wrong. You can go to certain places, and if you're a national, then you have to join this particular bar. You have to pay a fee to be able to join it, and then you're able to buy it. But I'm not sure if like a tourist could.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I know some guys who went over there recently, but they were YouTubers and they were invited guests of some Spaniards, so they had.
They're hyping up like the places they've
Yeah.
been to, and they get advertisement.
The civil guard is very active. in
Free
Spain.
ads.
What you
YouTuber.
Just
Guardia
on the
very
south
active.
coast,
They
on
are
the,
the
on the
tentacles
south
of Francisco
on the south
Franco.
coast of Spain, where you go on the beaches, you get a lot of people selling things like sunglasses, watches, this, that, and they're generally from Morocco. So they're just across the Med, and if you have a conversation with them about whether you could buy anything else other than what they're selling on their wrists and around their necks, you tend to find that they'll do you a deal. Not that allegedly, I don't know for sure.
Just go to Amsterdam, dudes. Just go to Holland. Amsterdam, it's a great time.
Yeah, a buddy of mine
I'll
went
meet
to
you guys.
Italy.
And
A buddy of mine went to Italy years ago, and he had ahead of time bought a necklace with a weed leaf on it. And rather than saying it, when he would be like, meet the cool people you're talking about, Lee, he'd be like, hey, do you know anything? You know what this is? And they'd be like, oh, like if they smiled and shit, then he would continue the conversation. Because then he figured like, that's like the universal symbol, the pot leaf,
It's a good way to do it. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Kind of. Also, you're not like incriminating yourself by saying, "Hey, can I get some weed, bro?" Taking the words out of it. But yeah, now to go back to the Mr. Anal Probe here, Amsterdam, you'd say no brainer. Go there, get the good herb.
it's better, and I mean, obviously they do have their rules still. Like you can't. It's really fucking weird. You can't mix tobacco in it like some people do. You can't smoke cigarettes, but you can smoke weed in the places, and you can carry it. Just don't advertise it. Like you can't really smoke it down the street or anything like that. You gotta smoke it in like designated places.
Yeah, but the designated areas are like the cafes, and if I've been sat in a cafe in Amsterdam, and I've gone quite a few times, and you can certainly smoke a cigarette within those.
Not anymore, apparently.
Oh, I found I could.
They put in the no smoking law.
Right. Okay. Well,
Amsterdam
outside-
is overpriced.
No, I'm talking
based,
about-
yes,
no, I'm
but
talking
it's
about
still a good
outside.
experience.
No, I'm talking about outside. Sorry, not
Oh,
actually-
outside you can smoke
yeah.
a cigarette, but you
Not
can't
not in
really
the
smoke
cafe
weed
itself,
out there.
But the cafe usually has a courtyard or some area where you can sit, and you can.
Oh yeah,
you can-
I wasn't. Yeah, but you can't smoke cigarettes inside because of the
No, yeah, that's
cigarette
true.
ban law. Yeah.
yeah. But you can, as long as it's within their
But
area,
you can still smoke weed inside, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what their license. Yeah, I see. Yeah, hang on a minute. I'm smoking weed. Why can't I smoke tobacco? But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. It is definitely like, if there's a word for it, cigarette-ist in the way of like racist. They're definitely cigarette-ist. They're anti-cigarette because
Don't those
What-
guys include
what's the
tobacco
difference?
in their weed?
Well,
they
weed
can't.
ha-
He just
weed-
said that.
Weed has a medicinal
missed it.
property
I
at
was
least,
aware.
but smoking.
Yeah,
is
no,
just-
but not everyone going into a cafe wants to fucking smell smoke, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, and cannabis smoke still has plenty of tar.
Yeah.
It does.
So, bottom line is the exhale components of cigarettes and tobacco smell vastly different, but I don't know how much different they are for health. You know?
I'm sure they're unpleasant.
I would
for people
imagine
who
that
don't
burning any combustible smoking thing would be harmful to your health just as much as each other.
Yeah, I've heard those clone
Combustion.
cigarettes. Clone cigarettes are exceedingly bad. They have like things that have a lot of oils in them. Some of them have like cloves and shit, nutmeg, and obviously they're called clove cigarettes, but those give off a significant amount of oil when you smoke them, which is not good.
One must ask why people who smoke tobacco would smoke anything else. You know?
Well, because I started on weed and it got too expensive and I liked smoking, so I started smoking cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's
That's like that.
Cannabis is far superior.
Yeah,
it is.
But
It
that,
is.
But that trend is not typical at all.
Dude, if I
Start on weed and end up on tobacco, that's just not.
what
Yeah,
I love
it-
about
Socially, it's
Amsterdam
more
is that
normal
when
to mix tobacco and cannabis here.
In,
oh
in,
yeah.
And well, in some worlds, but not in my.
I don't like it.
But,
I don't
but
like
over
it.
here
it has no part in.
we do it a
weed.
lot but just to not
It spreads the
waste a
weed
lot
out
of
more.
weed.
Cannabis should be experienced on a pure level. Should
what
be
I
no
love
other-
about Amsterdam though is when you go into some of those cafes, they have basements and you go down. And then you've got like a connoisseur of weed, and he'll take you through it. There's just tubs and tubs, and he'll just take you through each one and tell you, right,
Right.
what sort of high, he wants to know what sort of high you want, and then he'll just take you through it, and like different flavors and everything. It's quite an experience. Brilliant, absolutely.
I loved the way when I went last, how they got around the law, because apparently there's a law that if you're selling weed on the premises, you can't sell alcohol on that same level.
Right.
Everyone needs
But
to get a,
they had
everyone
like
should
three
get a gastric
stories. So the
sleeve.
first story was the cafe where they sold the weed and you could buy your coffees and sit. The second level was the bar. But the thing is, because they're not allowed to sell weed and beer on the same level, they could send up a waitress to you to order your beer, and she'd go get it and then get the weed as well, and from a different level.
I was talking to to one of the barmen there, and he was because there was like water jugs everywhere, and I was talking. You know, when you were saying about not putting tobacco in it, right? There was like, for example, what happened on this particular occasion? We were in this bar. This guy comes in. He's been down to the basement. I've never seen someone in my whole life put so much dope into a paper. So my mate and I are joking, going like, he's just bought a ticket to One Way to Oblivion because he's not coming back from that. And sure enough, he gets absolutely out of his head. And then they're pouring this water into a glass and they're making him drink it. And he sort of comes back round and he's like, so I'm talking to the barman again, like, what's that all about? And he said, well, all the jugs of water, it's sugar water. They put loads of sugar in the water and then dilute it. So if you if anybody
he
ends
had
up
the
with
munchies.
white tea,
He had the
if you have a
munchies.
white tea, you drink as much as that if you quickly as you can, and it will bring you straight back out of it. And I never knew that.
Yeah, no,
he had the
it's the
munchies.
same. Like, it's a similar sort of thing with acid. If you have like
I got you,
citrus and stuff, it'll
Yeah.
calm that effect down a little bit.
Oh
It's
right,
a similar sort of effect. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
sugar.
God, I'm mashed. I've only had half a pint of Guinness. That gastric sleeve's fucking phenomenal.
You're a
Makes-
cheap
makes
date
it-
biscuit.
Definitely. I'm mashed
Well,
on half
so I'm
a
gonna
pint.
check out. You have a good one, buddy. Thank
I
you
wish
for
I could-
having me, boys.
Yeah,
you
take
are
care.
Grande.
Take care, my grandy.
Yeah,
you-
Biscuit. I think
cheap,
people have
cheap
probably
date, Biscuit.
told you
I
100
wanna
times
take you out.
before, but mate, you look amazing. Seriously, you've done
Thank
so
you.
well. You really have. No, I mean it. I really mean
I'm
it.
stuck at 21 stone though. I wish it'd drop more.
Yeah, but it's probably gonna.
It
take
does
longer.
slow down like
Yeah.
I've been
the
stuck
sort
at
of
21 stone for about 2 months.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, but it will happen.
Get
Well.
on some more of them hikes. That's what I say.
I know
Get
it's
some
just
walking
it's
in you.
it's friends that are just like my ride there. They're not available all the time
shit.
because they've got kids and her
I mean,
husband.
I
Her
know
husband's
about-
always working and stuff. So
I get you, but I know about your old dog. But what about you? Ever thought about getting another dog?
yes, but not for a couple of years. I want to go on holiday for a bit first.
Fair enough. No, yeah, dog is a lot of responsibility, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
You're stuck indoors all.
I'm torn between getting a cat or a dog, but it won't be till
Cats
after.
are easy, but you can't
Yeah.
walk them else. You look.
You
like
can't
a
know, but
weirdo.
I've got parents with cats, so if I wanted to go on holiday in the future, if I got a cat, they could look after the cat. If I got a dog, it'd be a bit more difficult since they got 4 cats.
Mm.
But the other
Well,
problem is
that's 4 days meal. You know.
the other problem is that I've got a bird, so I don't know if a cat would be conducive to my house.
Yeah, it'd be like fucking sweetie pie.
Let me tell you this: you get a cat, you'll have one less pet. That would be the bird.
Oh dear me!
And if you like the
I
bird,
was contemplating getting a huge tortoise.
A
Really?
huge tortoise.
Yeah, a giant tortoise, so it can mow my lawn for me for free.
that's pretty funny.
And all I'm imagining is you sticking them on the ride-along mower and go, go tortoise.
And I'm glad to see, Biscuit, you've started smoking cannabis per our last conversation, because that is a wild idea, fucking turtle.
I just saw a video of it earlier that this turtle was just like going like row by row on this patch of grass, and it was just eating the grass.
You know, like that company Rumba that makes the fucking vacuums, they now make a lawnmower that just... It's like a giant Roomba, this round thing.
I
that
know, but my garden's a bit bumpy and a bit. There's a few obstacles that would
It's a
destroy one of
proper
those.
British garden. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't want it to run over my new greenhouse.
That's where he's growing his cannabis.
No, I'm actually growing lettuce, rocket, and broccoli.
They are the weirdest. I mean, weed names get weirder and weirder, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think growing lettuce
you
is
got
worth
half
it.
ounce
But
of that
I
lettuce,
got butterhead, cos, rocket, and broccoli.
Yeah, I think those are weird crops to choose, but hey, go with your heart.
It's what I thought might be easy for my first attempt at growing.
The problem with lettuce is you get...
the ones that you stick in the ground, like carrots.
No, I'm growing it all hydroponically.
Oh,
that's
are
cool.
you? Wow.
I've got a hydroponic grow tower, and I've got like boxes that you just fill once, and you let the lettuce grow. In 3 months, you have like 20 like heads of lettuce.
His whole loft is full of tin.
Oh, you only water them once?
You don't water them once. You fill the whole box, and it drains and leaves a gap for the oxygen for the oxygen roots.
How does it get? How does it get nutrients?
Say again. It's a liquid hydroponic nutrient in the liquid.
So is it in rock wool?
No, they're in cocoa core pellets.
Yeah, right. Coconut husks, which is awesome. And they probably pre-rinse them. That's a great way. It's what they call.
They are inert. There's no nutrients in the cocoa pellets.
Yeah. That's kind of a hybrid form of hydro, but it is definitely hydro.
Yeah. Well,
Because there is somewhat of a medium being the cocoa coir, but it is definitely... If you don't get them liquid daily, they die.
Yeah, but they've got liquid in there constantly, so they're
So
all...
it has some sort of a fill-in, like a trap or a drain system that...
No, there's no drain. It's just a box with what's it called? A net cup, and then the roots go down into the water and they just suck up all the moisture. I'll show you a picture of it.
That is interesting, yeah, because it's usually there's some draining and some pumping involved.
That's the box with the that was about 2 weeks ago. They're a lot bigger now.
I love it, man. Keep it going.
Yep.
Grow your own, dude. Grow your own food if you can. I have a bunch of peppers, tomatoes.
And that's my tower garden in my kitchen.
Nice.
The hell
That's
is
awesome.
That's a hell of a bomb.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's crazy.
It's got a hose that goes through the middle, and that pumps water up to the top, and then it rains down onto the net cups.
Cool.
And then there's
Almost
lights all
looks like-
around, so they've got plenty of light.
Cool. I like it.
Talking about things about houses and stuff, over here, I was looking at converting my loft into a room. Went online.
A special room.
Yeah, my loft dungeon, yeah.
No.
You're my first victim, Biscuit. Don't tell him, by the way. Anyway, yeah, so I priced it out. I looked at loads of sites, priced it up, and they were like, yeah, it's going to cost you about 40 grand. I'm like,
What?
bitch, that's almost half the amount of my house costs when I bought it. Like, for one room.
Yeah, and that is so overpriced to hang sheetrock, tape, and mud and put down a basic floor. It's like a quarter of that. But somebody along the way is inflating that price,
Well,
dude.
If
It's
it's
fucking
anything
crazy.
like my house, the beams across the loft need reinforcement because they're not designed to be weight bearing because they're only like.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be putting anything on the ceiling.
No, not on the ceiling. On above your top floor where the loft is, in between the loft
Sheetrock. Gotta have the ceiling.
No, the rafters are only half the height of a load bearing floor rafter.
You need some RSJs, Biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Right, okay, yeah, now I get you. Sorry, yeah, thank you.
you're talking about load bearing for people walking on,
Yeah.
right?
It's an RSJ.
It's
Reinforced
thing that
steel
props
joist.
things up temporarily most of the time, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a shit show. If somebody framed out the floor joists with like what we would call 2x4s over here, then yeah, that's insane, right? You need them to be like thicker than that to walk on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess mine are like, kind of 2x4s and maybe, yeah. Alright, I kind of see why it's going to cost extra.
Yeah, because then like,
They'd have to rebuild that entire floor.
Yeah,
floor
I
system.
wanted to.
Well, no, you could-
I wanted to get all the fucking RGB lighting and everything.
you could theoretically, what you call in construction, sistering in something when you put something besides the existing to make it stronger. So if it's a 2x4 and you put a 2x6 on edge next to it and nailed them offset, obviously the top would be flat and the 2x6 would be sticking out lower on the bottom. That would mean you'd have to demo the downstairs ceiling as well. That would give you the equivalence of a 2x10 depending on span. That should be enough. But again, there's your 40 grand. You're right. All that shit goes into it.
You're
mean, that's
literally,
mental, though.
just rebuilding the entire floor at that point.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it, but it's still messy and shitty. You know, and often to make beautiful things happen in construction, you have to destroy. People forget about the destruction part or deconstruction prior to the construction, especially if they're in the home that they want to live in during. It's fucking crazy, dude. Spend a lot of money every day just setting up and breaking down in an occupied structure, you know, for jobs like that, of course.
Yeah.
If So it sucks.
I think in my house, because it's so tiny, what would be nice is just knocking out the ceiling to the loft and then raising the ceiling height instead of, because there's not much room up there.
You could make like a proper loft, which like halfway comes out halfway with maybe a post. Have like a little day bed and a bookcase up there.
Yeah,
and,
something like that would be awesome. Yeah.
yeah, my in-laws have something like that in their master bedroom they built, and it has a little spiral staircase up and a little bookcase and a reading chair and a little window
I think
to the sun.
in the size of my house, it'd probably have to be more like a very short staircase or a ladder to the top, because it's that small. The house is tiny.
Well, to get up into my loft, I had to put a chair underneath a hole and then climb up.
Yeah, the top of my staircase is where the tiniest hole you've ever seen for a loft is. You can't fit
Yeah,
through
same
it. That's
here.
how small it
I
is.
kind of like have to squeeze in these
Yeah.
days. Like,
What do you do up there, Goon? Do you just say high loft, high insulation? I'm here in the dark.
it's
What
my
do you,
jacket zone.
are you stuffed jackets up there?
That's where most people like I have is.
Oh, jacking!
It's where most people put the Christmas decorations during the rest of the year.
Very true. Yeah, no, that is so true. That last time I went up there, I pulled a load of Christmas decorations down. I was like, I haven't seen these for years.
I'd love to see what's in my loft. I've not been in there since I moved in.
That's cool.
I know there's a couple of boxes up
there
there,
is in
but
my loft already, like floorboards, but I want to replace it all and make it look proper.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether it's enough to hold a whole room. So
Yeah, you just have to you can look out the dimension of the lumber and the spacing between it. There's framing calculators online. You can figure out what you could have for a load up there.
they do.
well, there's a good half a foot between like the flooring and the
They do.
actual.
That's good. 2
shit
by
you
6s
stand
is
on.
good.
Yeah.
They do meter square honeycomb plastic grid tiles that you can put up there, and they just like support the whole floor and make like they support everything and make like a grid flooring that you can walk on and put like boxes on and stuff.
Oh, they create structural support, but it's
Yeah,
a flat
yeah.
surface. Well, I've
Yeah.
never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, you just screw it into the joists, and it's just
Huh.
I think it's like a 2-inch thick plastic honeycomb grid.
I like
And
it. I like
I
it.
bet they cost some money though.
Probably. I saw it on
Yeah,
a YouTube thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but
It's cheap. It's got to be cheaper than having it fitted professionally. You just
True,
have-
yeah.
what it doesn't improve is the strength of the lumber that's already there. You're putting more weight on top.
No, but it does spread the load across many joists because it's a meter square.
Don't they have like
each
little
tile.
springs in them or something like that, or not?
No, they
No,
don't have
springs,
springs or
but,
anything
like,
in them.
No?
But it does spread the whole load across like 4 or 5 joists.
And it must have some rigid aspect when you connect
Yeah.
them together
Yes.
that they lock like on
They
a.
do, yeah. They all
So-
they're slot together with dovetails.
Interesting.
And you screw them down across the joists.
I like it.
Oh, I'm getting
So-
Biscuit over to help me now. You seem to know what you're
Well, I've got to
talking
go.
about.
I've got to go now. I'm off to a concert tomorrow, which starts.
What concert? What are you
Back
going to see?
Oh, this is like it's not a rock concert, mate. It's Swan Lake by Tchaikovsky, which my wife wanted to go to. I got
That's
tickets.
theatre.
I'd watch that. That sounds-
Yeah. So yeah.
Lee's getting laid tomorrow. Swan Lake, you are all set,
I
brother.
mean, if you have to go to this shit, then yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be done sometime. My wife wants to see it, so yeah, we're gonna go and see it.
Right on. Enjoy yourself, man. Thanks for coming by.
Take it easy, Lee. Have a
see you
great-
next
Have a
week,
good one,
guys.
my dude.
Have a great
Alright.
week.
Take care.
Peace, brother. See ya.
Lee.
I mean, it can't be that bad, right? You go with your cute wife. You have a few drinks beforehand. Maybe an appetizer. I'm sure you can get a drink. You watch Swan Lake. You get another drink. to continue
Now,
watching
when
Swan
he
Lake.
comes back next, when he
had
comes
to
back next
drink
week,
a lot
I want to know.
before I
I
went
want to
in.
know if he cried buckets of tears.
Right.
Because
I mean, are you so asleep after the thing's done that you're just like fucking?
It depends on how you feel when you hear music like that.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as he gets a hand job by the end of the night, it's worth it, really.
For me, it's a tough thing
It's
to
a
sit through.
job, is it for you?
No, I just mean sitting through like a whole performance that I'm not completely into is a challenge. Like,
Is that why you leave my streams early? Oh, okay.
I'm always there, but it's during our dinner time, family dinner, family Fridays. You know, I am here on Saturdays, so I got to do something on Fridays.
Last Dance stays right to the end. I mean,
No, I didn't do that yesterday. I meant to apologize. I got distracted doing something, and I completely never got back to you.
Banning you.
You seem to have some good new people and some good regulars, and I definitely come up, jump in when I can. That was a cool Steve Vai cover you did.
Yeah, that Steve Vai song. Oh,
I hadn't heard that one before, and I like it because it's a song I can actually listen to, and it's not insane arpeggios that are unattainable. It's a song that is formed seemingly, you know, with like verse, chorus, even though there's not lyrics, it's still a song with parts, you know,
it's
like
not somebody going
Right.
for like 5 minutes.
which he does do, and I love that kind of stuff sometimes, but I like the song structure too, you know. Have you heard any of the new Polyphia stuff?
I got the last album, yeah.
The fairly recent one they're doing,
ABC and things like that on it.
I think so.
Playing Gods and the one with Steve Vai
Yeah.
and Deaf Eagle.
I think that's the one, but I think there's a new song they have, like it starts with electronic drums, then their drummer goes in on it, and then that might be Playing God. It's like, I don't know. I
Playing
think,
Gods starts with the acoustics.
okay, then I'm honestly telling you, this might be a newer album than that one. Those guys are burning them out real fast.
No, they haven't got a new album, but they are on tour, so they might have done a song or two for it, like an EP maybe.
I got a few new drops the other day from them on YouTube. I gotta say, even impressive as he is, Tim Henson has a small window for song styles. I think kind of, it's a very similar style of playing that he does in every song. You know what I mean, Gunnar?
Yeah, I kind of get what
I
you're
mean, I don't
saying.
want to seem like I'm taken away from him because he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, both the guitarists
Both of them are fabulous.
stupidly good, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, like although the albums have changed style on every album, they kind of sound the same. Like
Right.
every song could be the same song.
Yeah.
The newer stuff, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't like, mainly because it has all these like hip hop kind of people on it, and that's not my jam.
I
Like
hear
these
you.
Auto-tune singers, like I can't stand that sort of shit.
Right. I think they're going down a weird road there, but I think they're trying to make some money because they realize in the world of virtuosity, musician, dollars are dwindling. You know, for these guys who've spent their lives being fucking shredders and awesome at it. It's like they're not getting it, man. They're not getting paid.
I don't think you're right because they're not relying on just touring and selling albums. They are
I
relying
agree
on
with you.
YouTube and social
Yeah, I
media
agree,
as well.
agree. It's a different. I guess what I see Polyphia doing is going to make more money using more commercial means, like you're saying, with this auto-tune crap, and I feel like they're going away from what they're really known for.
A little bit. I mean, it's not them auto-tuning themselves though. It's getting artists that are famous-ish, I guess,
Right.
But they got auto tunes on and stuff, and it's not my thing, or probably your thing either. But at
No,
the same
no.
time, they're not just doing tours and selling T-shirts and that sort of thing that bands always used to do. They're online.
Of course.
They've got a big YouTube following. So I mean, especially Tim Henson. So
Tim Henson, I follow his channel. I watched him
it's
show your guitar the other day on one of his videos featuring
Yeah.
his guitars. Fucking awesome. His bestseller, the acoustic.
Is that right?
Yes.
I'm not surprised. It's not badly priced, although it is like you can get the same acoustic for about $100, $200 less.
That
And
thing
it'd be
looks
the
awesome.
It doesn't look the same, no. But
Does it have the tree of death or whatever he calls it on the neck for 200 less?
yeah, no, yeah, that pattern, the tree of death, yeah.
What makes the Tim Henson special?
That guitar, not a lot.
Like, so you're saying they sell a version of that guitar that's
Yes,
not
in
not the
3
signature.
Yeah, in 3 different other colors, but it's not signature and it doesn't have the inlay in the neck. It's
It doesn't. Okay. How about, does it have the out of phase option on the pickups
yeah. It's the same
configuration?
configuration. You got your volume, you got your tone, you got your little phase button if you want to pick that in or out. It's exactly the same. It's just you don't
No,
get that.
no cool neck design.
No cool neck design or the black the color of the guitar itself, like that matte black looking color. Yeah, you don't
Faded black, matte black. It is
yeah,
cool.
you don't get it in that. You get it in like like your natural looking wood colors.
I wouldn't mind one of those, but
No.
200, is it worth it? I mean, it would be like if someone said, you're buying a McLaren, do you want the carbon fiber rims for an extra $1,000? Well, I'm already spending $500,000 on a car. Fuck yeah, I'll take the carbon fiber rims, right?
Yeah.
Even though they have no bearance on the car, but maybe it has a little bit, you know?
In this case, though, you're paying a fifth or more over the top of the price the guitar is worth.
Mm-hmm.
Just for them little flashes. Whereas a McLaren, you're only paying, what, 1% more?
That's right.
You know.
So maybe you could save resale value for yourself.
Yeah, resale value. I mean, people fucking look. Well, at the moment, people love him, but it's not sold out. So, unless people don't want to wait and want to buy it right now, I could probably sell it a bit extra. But I'm not that kind of person. I don't buy things to sell them at a profit. I mean,
Right.
else I would have kept my Strat in its case all this time.
Do you ever
and not
find when you're
gigged with
playing
it
it,
and
you're pressing
me-
the chords too hard and it hurts your fingertips?
Yeah, you'll get that. Yeah. You'll just learn how to press on your guitars.
Because sometimes I feel like I'm trying to push on too hard and like after 20-30 minutes playing, my fingertips are raw.
Dude, I'll tell you what'll makes that go away is play more, bro.
Oh, I
Yeah,
play
you
for
just gotta
20
play
minutes
more.
every
You
day.
get the nice little calluses on your fingers.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the calluses, but I find that I'm squeezing too tight, to try and get the chord cleaner.
That's true. You know what helps with that, Biscuit? I have like 12s on my acoustic and I have 9s on my electric. So
Oh, you mean
when
the strings?
yeah, 12 is the
Gauges, yeah.
gauges. So when I go play those 12s for half a day, then I come down here and pick up the Strat with the 9s. Man, it's like I'm playing a Lamborghini because it's so much easier. And having different gauges, a little different action, of course, between electric and acoustic. I think it expands your playing, man.
I've got a classical with nylon strings, and when I go to play with that, that's just like so.
Oh yeah,
so
butter, dude.
Nylon's
It's so nice on my fingers. It feels like nice and
Right.
easy.
You could possibly buy on your other guitar. You can buy shit. What are they called? Are they called not flat wound, but basically every string is like a nylon string. It's not something that's round a string.
Oh, it's just
a whole string.
So it's a solid string rather than a wound string.
Yeah, so it doesn't have that
Yeah,
grit
yeah.
on your fingers.
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
like nylon. Really.
But don't they cut into your fingers, being more sharp and?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
Because I would have thought those wraps would have give you a bit of cushioning.
No. That's not what that's for. It's just resonance sort of thing.
I mean, biscuit vapes, you could also just get extra light acoustic strings the next time you change, and you will be blown away, dude. Putting those on after, if you have lights on, say, one friggin' change, like, degree of change if you go from lights to extra lights, it's like, I found it to be shocking how much easier it is to play.
Well,
Problem is,
you can even stick electric guitar strings on the acoustic.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. You
break a string live?
Pair of tens on it or something, and you'll
the ones
feel
I've got
the
on at the
difference.
moment are just the cheap, shitty ones that came with the guitar for 70 quid, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, you gotta change those babies.
Normally, when you get a new guitar, change the string straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away.
I would get some, like, phosphorus bronze extra lights. Maybe, I don't know, what's a good name for acoustic strings? Like,
Martin, Diodarios.
Martin makes a fine string. $10. $10 a pack. You don't have to get the crazy, I don't know, the elixir coated ones, I think those are a complete sham.
I don't know. I think they sound quite bright when you first put them on compared to.
But does that coating, do they last?
Yeah, they do last a bit longer. Yeah.
You're an elixir man, huh?
I have tried them, yeah, and I use them on my Gretsch as well because I don't play it that often. So I want something that lasts, and when I go back to it, still.
I don't think I've ever seen your Gretsch.
No?
Is it a hollow? Semi-hollow.
I'll go get it, but I need to pee as well, so I'll be right back.
One thing that worries me though is that I've only just got the bloody thing to stay in tune for months.
Dude, just play every day, tune every day.
Yeah.
And of course, if you ever need it, go to just search online guitar tuner and pick
I've got an app on my phone for tuning. I find it more accurate than the clip-on one that I've got for my guitar.
I like to just get the tone and listen to the tone of the note on Fender has a free guitar tuner.
Yeah.
And then just tune my note to the note that I'm hearing through the computer.
I use Guitar Tuner, spelled like the fish.
Tuna. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it one last try here. Topple, give us a final surge to bring this baby home. I'd love to see your beautiful smiling face, even though that's... Does that look like Topple? I don't know.
I don't think it is Topple's face.
The mystery of Topple. Fucking guy. He's probably not watching.
It looks a bit more like Hayden, to be fair.
That's funny. Someday he'll disclose that, but that's on him.
He says it's him. Bullshit, that's you.
It's who? Sorry, I just got back.
That is Greg Topple. He's not lying. Silk G-string. Cup of tea.
Oh.
Let's get it on. See, got a little Barry White going on over here.
That's the Gretsch.
Well, that's a nice guitar.
Yeah, you never play that thing, dude. I see why you put elixirs on it. But it's awesome.
Yeah,
Fire it up. Go ahead. Plug in. Give an amp.
I
Warm up an amp. I want a little distortion and a little overdrive.
I wish I could, but it's like almost 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't think my
2:45.
neighbors will appreciate it.
That thing is gold, baby. I love it. Just, you can play... People look at that and think, oh, what are you playing, Chuck Berry songs? But no, you can play so many different styles on that type of guitar. It's extremely versatile. I mean, even when you throw distortion on those, they sound awesome. They feed back a little.
I love my acoustic. It's a 3/4. with a tiny body.
Those are nice, man. What brand?
It's a cheap brand, but hold on.
Look at him go. He moves around the room like a gazelle.
Like a gazelle. That's a
It's
nice
cool.
guitar.
It's white. Yeah.
It reminds me of the white guitar the guy from the Clash
It's a
played.
Tiger brand.
Looks like you're heading to fucking Nashville with that.
I don't think you can
It's
see.
cool though. No, that's cool. Side by side, acoustic. I like it.
You need a
Three by
white
three.
cowboy hat while you play that guitar.
I bought it because it's just nice and easy for it to fit when I had a big fat belly.
That's cool. I never had a painted acoustic. All of mine. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's
Let's
finally-
give me a C major scale.
See, I don't do scales. I only know chords.
A C major scale is if you start with your finger on the C note on the A string.
You lost me.
Right, number 2, the second string, third fret.
You know what's funny with the C scale is
So that one?
Yeah, that's C. Yeah.
Okay. And then what?
all the major notes after that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's the beauty of C. There's no sharps and no flats. You gotta love C.
I know chords and that's it. I know G, I know D, and I know an F, and I know C.
All of those notes are in the major scale of C. Amazingly. Which is the-
C, G,
No, just do it in alphabetical order. Make it easy on yourself.
Okay, yeah.
A.
See?
Oh, yeah, A. I know A.
So it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There he is.
I don't. Oh, yeah. I can do a B.
Second fret A string.
Chords. No. Down.
topple.
Down two.
Down.
Guitar lessons.
No, down.
All right, fellas, let's
The other way. That's up. Down.
wrap it up here. We got a celebrity in our midst. Let's go. Topple's here.
No, that doesn't sound right.
I won't be here that long though.
Why? What do you got going on?
My laptop's fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
every time. You sound great, buddy. Come
So
on,
now
stick
he's-
around.
Now he's using his power PC outside. Yeah.
And plus my
Crap.
son has all his friends over right now, so
Well, bring in fucking the biggest one, and let's you and him box it out. Let's get some action on here.
Have them shave the hair.
There you go. Right. That's cool, though. What age we talking, Topple? Like late teens? Are these kids having White Claws or what? Well, now he's muted. What the fuck?
Why can I not hear talk? Yeah.
Sounded like he was going to be on fire. No.
No can hear, buddy. It must be his fucked up laptop he was talking about.
I don't know. He's going from light to dark. Thanks. Now we're looking at the umbrella. Yeah, it's fucked. We're fucked here.
We're fucked. We're fucked.
I need some more beers. I'll be back momentarily. You guys come up with a new subject.
What's the worst subject we can come up with?
Anime.
Just anime.
Oh no, he's out of bud.
Oh, it's but
Oh no, he's got one. He's got one. That's his last one.
All right. I got 2 more 30 packs.
you out of them
30
them
packs.
beers.
No, I got 60 more literally in the fridge.
I've got one more Guinness in the fridge, but I don't think I'm up to one more now.
Good man. Yeah, I generally buy 60 at a time. It's a little embarrassing.
I bought 4 about a year ago and I've still got one left.
It's funny, today me and 2 other guys were buying Bud Light, and I said, this is rare, and they all laughed, like, yeah, nobody's buying it anymore. And then my liquor store said, like, they're going to be, they raised the price $1. The kid said to me today, we're not buying enough from our distributors, so we don't get the discount. I was like, shit. Boycott is hurting us Bud Light drinkers now because they're charging $1 more.
Well, boycott them as well and go to
It
another.
doesn't make any sense. They should charge less if they want to sell more.
No, apparently there's a volume discount. 60, 30 packs a week or whatever. It makes it so it's high enough of a volume that the distributor is still making enough profit that they can pass that discount on to the consumer, being the market.
Why don't you move to Miller Lite or something?
I tried one last week, bro. I had one here. I did it on camera.
And you
It
didn't
sucked.
like
It tasted like a can. It tasted like pure can. Fucking
Can
aluminum.
you not get Foster's there?
I drank that when I was like 12, dude. We were like, wow, look at this beer. It's in a big can.
I'm just trying
Australian
to
for
trying
beer.
to look at all
Yeah.
all the cans of piss you can find that are just like Bud Light.
You haven't named the one that I've been looking into.
Bush?
The Silver Bullet.
Coors.
Coors.
Okay.
You said fucking last ends for a brilliant guy. You've said Bush on this. It's Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, that's right. What? I don't know why.
Every time you're like, yeah, maybe you should try Bush. I'm like, fuck,
Why
dude.
Fucking idiot, that's why.
Proper drinks, you know.
It's the funniest thing, bro.
Why don't you drink a proper drink? A man's
When did
drink.
we start getting White Claw over here?
Now, the Coors Company was founded by someone whose first name is
I literally
Adolf.
bought this for a meme.
No say, no comprende. No.
That's the first name of the Coors founder.
I know, of course. I don't know, but by saying that, does that immediately like shut down everything?
I can't believe it. Who really knows what YouTube? But no, I don't
get,
think so.
Do you get European beers like Carlsberg or anything like that over there?
Sure, you can get those.
Yeah, but nobody buys them. They're covered with an inch of dust in the fucking cooler.
So why don't you?
There's no dust in the cooler.
Because
Carlsberg.
I've had Black Label. That's Carling. Okay,
Carling.
that's...
Yeah,
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg
Over
is
here, we
nice.
have like dusty bottles of old wine. Over in America, they have dusty cans of Carling and Carlsberg and shit. Oh,
Carlsberg
this is a
Export used to be my
97
drink of
model.
choice.
Now, one time,
I think I've
I
seen
like...
that in the...
Heineken,
Yeah, I haven't.
Heineken was my drink of choice before the Guinness.
Do you guys get Molson?
Good.
No.
No,
I don't think so.
Molson's Canadian. We
Canadian.
get it here. They had one called Molson Export. I thought it was the best thing ever. And then for a short time in my life, we were into these Montreal trips. There's things in Montreal, if you don't know, you should know. But anyways,
If I don't know, I should know. Okay, that really helps. Thank you, Steve.
it's hard to explain. It's something you do when you're younger.
What about craft beers? Are they too expensive?
Yeah, they're way too expensive, dude.
For Smokesteve,
Fucking like
Yeah,
four beers
this
for
White
18?
Claw cost me £3.
Like a pack of 4
Biscuit.
small tins of BrewDog are like £6 here.
okay, like
That's ridiculous.
a 4-pack of Heady Topper, which is one of the finest IPAs you'll ever have. In fact, it was rated best beer in the world one year by Beer Advocate or Beer, whatever the fuck the beer magazine is.
Beer
Some
aficionado.
guy's just like,
It's last time I checked, $18.49 for 4 pints. Those are 4 tall cans, we would call them here.
I mean,
That's basically after tax $19. Retail from a store. Now you go to a restaurant, you're paying $10 a pint for that at least.
I don't mind paying that for beer, because I drink beer one time a week, and guess when that is?
On Saturday night.
On the pub right here.
You only drink rum here, so what do you mean?
So I haven't gotten a beer in weeks. I'm actually just too lazy to go to the store and get
Yeah,
one.
I'm disappointed in you. Get a beer.
No, I
I'll
say
get a-
Even
I
I
promise-
got a beer tonight.
I promise
Oh, yeah.
I'll get a beer next week. No rum.
Scum is in Toronto, and he knows the export ale, so I have a little bit of backup, and it is
There you
good.
go.
Molson Export. They tried to make this Molson Ice, and it was like 6.6% or something. Molson Black Ice. I don't. That's immediately what we changed the name in my 20s to that was Molson Blackout, not Black Ice, because it came in a black can, and you literally drink a 12-pack of that and black out because it's like 1.5 of these for every can of that.
So what are you gonna drink when
You're
Bud
not
Light?
a man until you drink special brew.
Yeah.
That's the thing I
That's
like to
the
maintain
drink.
that these ultra light beers.
Isn't special brew like 12% or something?
Yeah, 12% at least. You could get. My mate bought a can of special brew chocolate flavor. Oh my god! If you thought special brew is rank.
Oh, we
Try
can hear the
chocolate flavour.
wind in your area there, Topple, so it should be.
That's
okay.
cool though.
Hello?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, loud and clear, buddy.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh, who's
Yes, I
that?
can hear you.
yes.
Oh, Scum's here.
Scum's here.
Anticorp. Cool. There you are. What's up, man?
Hey dudes.
Hey.
Twinsies.
recognize
Twinsies.
I heard you talk about Molson Export. I had to join.
It's like the Canadian twin of fucking punt liquor. You guys, backwards hat.
Yes, we're ready to party.
Right on. Yeah, Molson Export. You remember Molson Ice or Black Ice or any of that shit, dude?
I still sell black ice. It's like 6.1%. It's pretty
It's
gross.
it's gross.
Yeah, it tastes like shit.
Light beer doesn't work well with high alcohol.
For you, Steve, I want to show you this.
What are you on?
Pride can. There you go.
Is that a 16 ouncer or is that seltzer?
No, it's 16 ounce, just regular Bud Light. But every year in Canada, they come out with the Pride cans, and this is the first year they were really hard to find. I wonder why. They were really
In
starting
10
to
years,
normally
you could
did.
sell that for like $500.
Imagine this, dude. That's what I said, right?
You want the Dylan Mulvaney can. That's the real
Oh, that's
money
the
maker.
one.
But even still, that is rare. And
You should have seen how much shit this caused drinking this on my live streams, man. People get about that shit.
I would have loved to have trolled people going, yeah.
I was just like,
yeah, you're right.
boys, let's get down, put on some fucking.
Dude, you're totally right. Like, you could sell that to big time conservative live streamers just to one can to open on a live stream as a joke, just to rile up their fucking.
Right.
People were making
With-
streams
with-
like
with
saying
each-
that, like, I'm pushing like faggot shit and all this stuff. They were so mad. Just I drink.
With-
Yeah, we,
You should
we
be
don't
like,
wanna hear
with
those,
each can,
that
I feel
language.
more like a woman.
Yeah, generally speaking, yeah, we're not like speaking like that way. But when you say that F word, anti, that could be making
YouTube
people
doesn't
think
like
that,
it.
and people might think that I am saying that too because.
People were using that word and saying that about me because I was drinking it.
No, I understand. That's cool. Well, yeah. And you're
Yeah,
not right.
you
You're
remember-
drinking it because I've heard you say before that you don't really care, and it's just a beer. And
Yeah,
think
to
the
me,
main
I
thing
love
is
pissing
that
off
people
homophobes. and I
don't like
give a shit, it's just
context.
beer. So
yeah, it's just a beer.
Yeah, but
I agree with
people
you.
don't like the idea of
I'm no big
context.
flag
They go,
waver. I love
Well,
like,
he said
but I'm
that
not
word.
Like, I don't
Let's
care.
let's ignore the context of why he said that word.
Mhm.
He just said it.
Exactly,
I mean-
context.
I like faggots. They're a
Oh,
tasty
Mr. Brains.
They're a taste. Yeah, they're a tasty
You can buy them
potato
in the
snack.
freezer in Tesco's and Asda's and stuff.
Baguettes.
Yeah.
Here comes Pop Liquor. He's like, ooh, yeah. Whoa, he just disappeared. Alien. All right, he's back. Yeah. Interesting, man.
What do you know about this? What do you know about this? From Spain.
Never heard of it.
This before? Who showed me this before? 40.
There's a body in Topple's pool.
I've seen that before. What is
So
it?
at midnight, I'm turning 40.
He's got a pool cleaner in there, hasn't he?
I've had it in about 4 years, and it's really fucking good, guys.
What's it taste like, man? What is it?
Yeah, share with the rest of the
It's
class.
pure. It's 31%. It's tastes kind of like it's called 43 because it's made with 43 secret ingredients, but it
Is it a
tastes kind of like
spiced rum?
vanilla whiskey. A little bit.
Whiskey.
It's like a dessert kind of thing. It's not like something to get drunk on.
Isn't that the amount of semen you shoot out when you have a wank? 43. Maybe that's the secret ingredient.
Oh man.
It's
I don't know. Raise up your camera, Punk Liquor. What the fuck are we filming here? Jesus, it's like you're lapping
get
your
it-
chest.
Get it a bit lower, please.
It's top crotch cam.
Lower. Oh.
Oh, he's filming the pool before, and then he errantly got turned.
Yeah,
That's
in a minute there'll be a dead hooker
I
in
thought that
there.
was an alien ship, or were they filming?
I thought it was. It looks like an electric wheelchair that
It's a pool cleaner.
What?
one of his
Pool
guests.
vacuum.
He's just pushed
Is
somebody
my
in.
Pushed
microphone?
him in, yeah.
Is my microphone not working?
It's loud as fuck, dude.
It's
Yeah.
a pool cleaner.
Topple forgot to clean out the pool when he pushed a vegetable in there.
Why is Topple grimacing? That's what I can't figure out.
Couple looks
I
good.
mean, I'd be more concerned if he wasn't. Last dance.
He looks like he's terminally constipated right there.
I don't know. Like grimacing is kind of an old word. Not a lot of people use that anymore.
Hey,
yes.
I'm
they
an
do.
old word.
Yes, they do.
Grimace
Thank you
is,
for-
grimace is a meme these days. Have you not heard of the word grimace shake?
Do you know what grimace is?
Yeah, it's the purple guy from McDonald's.
There's a McDonald's character called Grimace.
Yeah, no, I know that. Thanks, guys. Do you know what grimace actually is?
Yes, it's when you
Yes.
pull the face when you're in pain or something.
Right.
No. Grimace, the character, is something that exists.
Oh, a character in literature.
No, it's fucking Grimace from McDonald's. God Almighty,
That's-
what
we
the
just
fuck?
said that.
We just said that. You said
Is
no.
my I
No,
just
but-
said, is my microphone not working?
Yeah, I'm not being clear.
I said it's
Grimace
the
actually is. He's a purple blob, but he's actually something in biology. He's actually like an elephant or a hippopotamus or a grimace. What is grimace? Grimace
Oh.
is something.
I don't know.
is a shake.
No. If you were to look at Grimace, what animal would he represent?
You'll
Does he
never
look
get
like?
this. He's
Well,
a
in my
taste
mind,
bud.
anything, mate.
Grimace
what?
is a taste bud.
He's a taste bud.
No, Grimace
Yes.
is not.
Like if you looked at it like an electron microscope of a
When they
taste bud.
invented the character, Grimace was invented as a taste bud.
Okay.
As stupid as that sounds.
I think McDonald's is lying to you, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't
Tend
think
to agree.
I don't think they got that deep because they had a hamburger.
We know what he was. I mean, it was all clear. Grimace.
How deep does this McDonald's conspiracy go, Steve? I want to know.
Yeah. That's right.
I think you'd
I
have to
don't
go
know.
visit. I think you'd have to go visit Food
Grimace,
Theory.
Grimace can't burn fucking metal beings.
I actually worked at McDonald's. Anyone else?
No.
Nope.
No, we're not.
That's when they told
We
us.
have
They
proper
told us. They gave us the card, and it said, "Don't tell anybody, but Grimace is a taste bud. That's what he is." But as McDonald's employees, we
So
were
do you
sworn
get
to
free
secrecy.
do you get free burgers if you say that Grimace is a taste bud?
No, you'll be arrested, man. They'll take your ass away, dude.
It's a corporate secret.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's loud and clear. What's up, boys? Back to a normal conversation. What do we have here?
This is
Can
a
you
normal
hear
conversation.
me?
It's a normal.
Yeah.
It is
We hear you,
exactly
but-
what you would say in a pub. It's the kind of conversation you have in an actual pub.
That's right. Some drunk spouting off about Grimace keeps going out smoking weed in the parking lot and then coming back starting random subjects.
So you're talking about
Novel.
McDonald's?
I don't know. It got to that.
I could just imagine Grimace in a pickup truck selling weed out the window in the car park of a McDonald's. Like, what you want? Nickelback. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Only sell proper amounts.
I think
You worked at
Yes.
McDonald's?
I did.
Well, like,
He doesn't know how to spell it, but he sure knows where it is. That's for sure. But nice try.
A clitoris. I
It's
want to see that.
Cliterace. He's Liberace's cohort.
It's Italian. That's hey, Cliterace. What were you asking me, Topple?
how old were you when you worked at McD's?
14, 15.
To be honest,
Okay,
right
so
now,
it's
Top,
way,
you
way
look
back.
like you're at a Mackie D's drive-through window.
They never trusted me with the headset. No. Too young. But they were happy to put me behind the fryer later and the grill.
Now, did you get fired or did you quit?
I quit. They let me keep the uniform. Then I had my buddy go in with the uniform and just stand behind the counter while I was hanging out having a soda watching him. And we just did that for as long as we could without anyone asking him what he was doing. It went on for like 10 minutes. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh. I
There,
remember
there was
at 1
there was a
a.m.
big
we
thing
went to
about. Go on. I'll let you go.
we went to after a gig. We went to a Subway's, and I had like a top that looked like a Subway's top, but it said Subway's eat flesh. And I was just like, and they dragged me around the counter. I was the new guy, and I was like, okay, awesome.
Well, technically, if you order a BMT, you are eating. You're eating animal flesh, so why not?
Yeah, but they had no idea. It was the wrong kind of top. It's like, who has a top that says "eat flesh" on it?
There was
Zombies
a
eat
big
flesh.
viral video of somebody going behind the counter after they was told that the ice cream machine was broken and serving himself the ice cream from a perfectly working ice cream machine. They just didn't want to fuck about with it.
Does anyone go to McDonald's still as adults?
I
No,
order from
I've been
McDonald's
there for
regular.
I've been there for like
We have
12
we have
years.
delivery here for McDonald's.
You have delivery?
Don't you
from
have so much
McDonald's?
better things to eat, though?
I have the healthy wraps. They're just chicken with. I get the grilled chicken with lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and sweet chili sauce
From
in a wrap.
McDonald's?
Yep.
I don't think we have those items on our U.S.
How much?
McDonald's menu.
How much do they charge for that?
£1.99 for the
Sugar.
for the wrap of the day.
Okay, I was about to say.
Do they still have the bean burger there for vegetarians at McDonald's?
We never had to be.
No, we have fillet of fish for vegetarians.
The worst sandwich ever.
Oh God, the fish fillet.
Give me that fillet of fish. Give me
What was the
that
other one?
fish.
The rib they did, the rib or something.
McRib. Yeah.
McRib.
Yeah.
The McRib was great.
Yeah, but you only think it's great because they only bring it out every so often,
I don't
so
blame
you
them.
don't get accustomed to it and realize it's just shit.
It just
know.
kills a couple thousand
think-
people, and they take it back, and they release it another 2 years later.
Yeah, no, they did the same thing with the McChicken premiere, and I fucking love that. Every time they come out, it's like, right, we're gonna go to McDonald's. They got the McChicken premiere in. Gotta go.
My daughter lives on the chicken fucking nuggets from McDonald's. She loves them.
Oh, mine does too.
She gets a $20 each time and scoffs a lot.
Yeah, we'll order
No fries
80,
or anything. Just
We'll order
What?
80 and freeze them, and she will actually take them to school.
You
6 of
order
them.
80.
Yes,
What-
yes.
I
so
think
two
that's-
two for. Do they sell them?
That's
Do they sell
4
them in a?
boxes of 20.
No, they don't do a 40 box like they do here.
Oh, I
Wait,
never
they
tried
do a
that.
40 box?
Yeah, they do a 40 box share size.
Wait, would you be
How am
buying
I
40
so
boxes?
fat and I don't visit McDonald's? I do not know.
There's a contradictory opinion there by Mr. Kilsey.
Veggie burger one.
We have veggie burger.
Veggie
where
burger.
were they?
Was that?
Oh, they
it's
do
like-
have veggie burgers. Yeah, I don't know
Do
what.
you
they
I
have-
don't get that. I don't get that far down the menu. I don't see. I know where I'm looking. I just go done.
The one that says large. Yes, I'll have that one, please.
No, there's no large, medium, or small with the wraps, so I just get the one size, and I
You guys
omit
got
the
Burger
fries.
King?
And yes,
Do you have the Impossible Burger?
they do have the Impossible Burger, but I don't buy from Burger King because they're too expensive.
They're expensive.
They're expensive, and they don't put sauce on the burger.
What sauce
What?
do you look for? Ketchup?
Ketchup,
Cum.
hot sauce.
Cum? What?
Well, mayo is technically cum in it.
Technically, yeah.
That's how you want to look at it.
Different kind of egg. Well, it's before the eggs, boy.
Oh,
How about
man.
Taco
You want
Bell?
it before the eggs.
It's the females cum.
How about Taco
Oh,
Bell? You
God
guys got Taco
almighty.
Bell
Yeah,
going?
we recently got Taco Bell. Yeah, there's one in our local shopping centre. I've
You ever
never
shake your
been to
brains
it.
out for a minute?
I've never had it.
Oh, you need to. It's awesome.
See, I don't understand the fascination with some Americans with Five Guys.
We've got Five Guys here now. I
Yeah,
found.
we do, but it's not that good.
Well, they have
I've
good
never
French
had it.
fries.
You just get
Is
too
it
much.
is it better than Wendy's?
No,
By far.
nothing will ever beat Wendy's.
Wendy's
no.
is the worst burger.
No, not Wednesday. No, not Wendy's. What's...
Wednesday?
You're thinking of
Wednesday?
Little Chef, aren't you?
No, the other one, the British Burger Bar. What was it called? Not Wendy's, but fuck. I'm gonna search for it. You guys carry on.
You,
So
Biscuit
you rather-
Phillips, you must know what he's talking about.
So you rather have a McDonald's burger over a Five Guys burger?
Oh, I don't know. I don't buy the burgers. I only get the
Oh.
wraps.
On me, no. I'd rather have Five Guys. I mean, freaking way better.
They're just a little more expensive.
If I was to get a burger, I'd rather get one from one of those food trucks.
Food truck.
Yeah.
How about you guys got grills over there? Can you grill your own burgers?
Yeah.
That's the best bet.
But I meant if I was eating out.
Are you in a third world country over there?
No, Biscuit Wimpy.
Wimpy.
Yeah.
Does
you
that even
remember
exist anymore?
No, I don't think it does. But I had to search really hard to find it. So I don't think it does.
I've not seen a Wimpy for maybe 10 years.
Well, I just remember like going to Yorkshire one time when I was a kid, and we went to McDonald's.
Which one?
I don't know. It's,
There's north, south, east, or west.
Hull sort of area, I think.
So
And
Yorkshire
anyway,
and
we
West
went to
and East
McDonald's.
Midlands.
And I cried because I couldn't suck up my milkshake at the time. So
Oh, because it
and
was
the
too thick.
burger tasted horrible. So we went to Wimpy's, and I was like, yes, fucking Wimpy's.
It can't have been that good. It died.
Well, no, but I mean, for me, as a 5-year-old, it was fantastic.
Yeah, because you weren't
was-
paying for it. It was probably too expensive.
Well,
like-
true, but I
Burger
tried at
King.
McDonald's beforehand. It was so much better than them, and I never went to a McDonald's like for years afterwards.
In Canada, there's a chain called Wimpy's, and it's like a 50s breakfast diner, and they sell these giant burgers where the burger patty's literally that big and like sticks out from the bun, like
Yeah,
That's what you made me think of. It's a good place here too, like Wimpy's. It's not the same shit you're talking about, though.
Probably not, but I mean, hell yeah.
They probably got all some milkshakes too, then.
Yeah, and they have like
Well,
this-
yeah, especially ones that you can suck up in this country as well, because I mean, the McDonald's.
What's wrong with McDonald's milkshake? That's the only thing I'll
I
buy
was
from there.
trying to suck it up as a kid, and I couldn't get it to my
It's too
lips.
thick.
The McDonald's milkshake's really thick. It's like trying to suck up ice cream.
Oh,
It's bad for your
yeah, it's
boyfriend.
ice cream in a fucking tub. And it
He
was,
was a
like,
child. He didn't have the suction power he has now.
Yeah,
from
he'd
his-
not had the blowjob experience yet.
Until
Right.
my
That's good.
uncle
Epstein
told me
would've
how
want
to
you on his
conduct
island.
properly, I didn't get it. You know,
Your
then
uncle,
I
your
was
uncle was good
buying-
to you that
I
way.
was buying milkshakes from McDonald's ever since after my uncle's teachings. I mean,
You gotta get the vanilla out by sucking harder.
yeah.
Oh. Blech.
Now he puts the entire milkshake in his mouth, the
Come
cup
on,
and all.
boy.
And when he's done, it's fucking.
Right.
Yeah, just imagine
Then he
going
takes
to
a cherry and
McDonald's and just
twists the stem and
throwing
into.
the vanilla milkshake over your face like, Uncle.
You like extra whipped cream with it, don't you?
Yeah, boy.
Learn so much about you every day.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't
I mean,
suck
maybe-
milk
Kelsey1 says
full
there's
of
a wimpy
knowledge.
still in Strood.
and wimpy. The only reason I go to fast food joints is because kids, though. I would never go to fast food.
I was always amazed
You ever
how
get
many
sick from-
American
you ever get
chains there
sick?
are in the UK.
Are you on about your
Yeah.
kids or just anyone's kids? Like,
No, I gotta feed the kids when I pick them
One
up from the corner.
thing that I've missed in the last year and a half
McDonald's is a great place to pick up
is
kids.
like Pizza Hut or Domino's.
Yeah, I found that the most disturbing to see that in England.
Ugh,
What, Pizza Hut and Domino's?
Right. It's just, I don't know. It's just, you guys, you should just, when they come to your border to say, let us open a Pizza Hut or McDonald's, you should say, no.
Yeah, but we love pizza here, but I can't have it anymore. It's not good.
Why? Because the dough?
Just because it's like 1,500 calories for a
It's
pizza, isn't it?
How about if you have
dense.
cauliflower crust or whatever the hell that other stuff is?
They don't sell that here in any pizza shops.
They
otherwise. No.
What,
That's
those
usually for gluten-free people who need gluten,
Yeah, you
no
can
gluten.
buy them over
I've made my own, like with the minced up chicken.
Who
like,
is
to
that?
make a
Hot
base out of chicken.
Aunties.
Yes, a cup of tea. It'd be good for me.
Probably his wife, isn't it?
At one point, I was making coconut flour muffins with sweetener instead of sugar and an egg. They were
Well,
quite
doesn't
good.
sweetener give you cancer?
Apparently, yeah, and I do use the kind that's bad for you.
So cancer, heart
Aspartame.
disease.
Yeah.
Which way you want to go?
Well, apparently
I
bacon gives you cancer, so fuck it. I'll take the cancer if it means I can't have bacon.
What?
My mom told me 1 in 2 people have cancer here. Does that even sound real?
One
have
in
to
two
die of
people
something.
Have cancer.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I'd say 1 in 1 people is going to die of something.
Exactly.
How many people die a year in a submarine?
5 billionaires.
That wasn't a submarine, it was a Pepsi can.
Yeah.
No, it was. It was a submarine. It was a
Oversized Pepsi
submersible.
It was a carbon fiber Pepsi can.
I think it's more. I think a Pepsi can is a more accurate description of what it was.
It was.
I like the people that are doing the science trick where they heat up the can and then they put it in ice water and it goes.
Ah,
That was what we learned in school.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I went
I
to
just
a
wanna
backwards
see-
art school and I learned that there.
I just want to see the pictures to see because they supposedly found body parts inside this thing. So
it's hard.
that's a little live leaker in me. Sorry.
There was one video of a guy.
No, I tried to search for that and I couldn't
was a
find
guy-
anything.
A guy got one of those metal coffee, like coffee mugs, the really hard, solid steel ones, and he heated that up and did the same with the ice water, and it actually smashed the glass thing that the ice water was in because it had suctioned itself to the bottom of the glass basin. But the coffee mug was perfectly fine, and it was basically showing that if they built it right, it wouldn't have broken.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. It looked like something I would make in my garage. and go, yeah, no, this is submergible. Go like.
Well, it would have been
50,000
absolute.
feet,
It would have
bro.
been fine
Yeah.
to do reef dives a couple of 100 meters down.
I find myself agreeing with Mr. Kill C1 here.
They weren't
no
liquid.
way.
No. They were
No
crushed.
way they liquid.
The
They were
pressure,
crushed.
would just rip every little piece into littler pieces.
Well, they
because
found bits of boot and stuff, didn't they, at the bottom of the ocean?
It's a good way to die, though.
They
Quick.
also found.
Well, it's
They also
instant.
found a porn mag and a copy of a Truman movie as well.
Must have been that teenager.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a magazine. Maybe it's an older guy. Teenagers know how to find that stuff on their phone.
Yeah. He went down with a DS. I mean,
I've said that to my son before.
What? He went down with a DS and he's the son of a billionaire.
What's wrong with the DS?
I mean, surely he would have upgraded to the Switch.
No.
it doesn't have great battery life, Boo. You know.
Yeah. Cup of tea, that's everywhere.
It can take a power bank
Right?
Well, you got to know where to
Understood.
plug it in.
or one
What
of
are you gonna
those.
do? Plug it into the fucking elevator button. That they
No,
put
you
in there.
have you not seen those power banks? A battery power bank.
You won't be allowed that on there.
Yeah.
Why not? It could recharge the controller for the submarine.
I heard they got confused between the
Wasn't
controller
that an
and the
Xbox
DS.
controller or some shit as well?
PlayStation 1 controller, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah, I've got-
I believed all those stories about how it was controlled with some.
Oh no, it seriously was
Yeah,
controlled
well,
with a game controller.
Game controller.
What happens if it runs out of batteries or something?
No, it was wired. It was a wired
Okay.
controller.
Oh shit! I forgot to recharge it.
The only problem, and I love your argument because it's funny, drones and stuff from the army, they actually use 360 controllers and stuff, Xbox
Yeah.
controllers to fly drones in the army, because it's so much easier than planting a stick.
I don't care that they use the controller to use for the submarine.
No,
I
that's-
don't
it's
know
a
what the big
controller.
story about that is.
That's not a big. It's just sensational.
No, it's just funny though.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you got your 360
I
controller.
mean, is it much
Just-
different to the
let's see
touchscreen
this
that
stuff.
SpaceX? Is it much different than the touchscreens that SpaceX uses on the Dragon capsule?
I don't
don't have
know
any-
what they
they don't
use
have
on the
any-
Dragon capsule, but
They use touchscreens.
are they commercial? Just cheap? I mean, what you want is very high reliability.
The Dragon capsule is the one that goes to the space station from SpaceX.
Yeah, they probably do. No, they do not use commercial off the shelf.
No.
Touch
What I'm
screens.
saying is the touch screen in front of them on the it's all digital on a screen. There's no physical controls. It's automated for one.
It's
and
not
then,
the digital nature of it that I find makes me skeptical. It's that it's a commodity consumer product
yeah.
with
This
commodity
is a,
consumer
this is-
reliability.
This is a purpose-built.
We're back,
touch-
y'all.
Shit. What the hell did you do? I don't think I really want to know.
Yeah, you don't. I had to actually handle something.
Okay.
Did you flush before you wiped?
No, it wasn't that kind of handle. Hey,
okay.
Mr. Kelsey won. Look who it is. Apparently some fucking crazy weather went through in some of my properties that I manage, which I had no idea about. It's funny, when you think of these small micro cells,
Yeah.
you forget, like 30 miles away, 20 miles away, it could be fucking hell. I saw that at the beach today. I was like looking north. I'm like, holy shit, it's fucking blowing up there. And I'm like riding waves, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, all is well. I'm back. No big deal. What were you guys talking about?
God, you're back.
Cocaine.
Well, we were talking about the Titanic submersible just most recently.
Last Dance, did you let anyone do gay porn come on the pub, or was
Well,
that...
I asked, but nobody was interested.
Okay, cool.
You want
So-
some on last time?
Trust
Oh.
factor is down.
It's funny. He's still here. There it is, Pride. So the recent thing I've heard about this with the Orion, the sub,
Party.
What
Get
the
your gay
fuck?
beer shit out of here, Auntie.
no, here's the thing.
You want to
Canada.
with me there, honey? We'll write a song together. Quality turn.
Is that
It's-
Canada?
It's a rainbow.
Let's go.
We all love rainbows. If you ever see a rainbow, I don't care if you're stuck in traffic or if you're out in the fucking Canadian wilderness, a rainbow is awesome. Like, wow.
I
I
mean,
really hate rainbows. all the
there's one guy that broke down in tears with enjoyment when he saw a rainbow.
The double rainbow.
Oh, the double rainbow.
Biscuit,
What
that
does
was
it
a double
mean?
rainbow.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I am. What's the word?
Ignorant to this.
No. Come on. I am.
An idiot.
No. Corrected.
It's an appropriation thing. Do they get to appropriate all the rainbows for themselves, or
I know,
can't we
right?
all enjoy a goddamn rainbow?
Yeah.
You know?
They stole the word gay from us.
The
I
goddamn.
know.
Well, from you.
Gay,
From
gay,
you.
gay is
Way
supposed
back.
to mean happy.
The gay 20s, they stole that.
You're like Mr. Smithers when he says to fucking what's the gay guy's name?
Smithers.
Smithers, he's gay.
Oh, what's the
You're-
old guy's name?
You're
then?
thinking of Burns.
Oh, Burns.
Yeah, when Mr. Burns says to Mr. Smithers, did you have a gay time on your vacation? And Smithers is like, how did you know? But he really means happy. And
You had
that's-
a gay time, Smithers?
I think in that
That's Mr.
episode,
Bird. How did you know?
they also showed him in a conga line with a bunch of men when he thinks about his vacation. And, like, that's such an arcane way of thinking about a gay vacation. Like, it's like 50 men in a conga line. That's like a gay resort, you know? Like, I don't know. Is it? Last Dance?
No comment. Private life is private.
like
No,
that.
you sound like the expert here, Steve. Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, you were explaining to us. So, I mean, you sounded like the expert on this.
I know it all from The Simpsons. That's my
Oh,
entire
yeah,
knowledge
no,
of
no.
gay.
Why can I hear everyone clear? Smokesteve, you're not running the exhaust this today?
Can you hear me, though?
Yeah, I can hear you, but like I don't
He
hear
has echo. I mean, he has background noise cancellation.
Oh, someone showed him that finally.
It's brand
No.
new. It just they just got it.
Oh,
Greg from StreamYard emailed us about it.
That's
Me
right.
and Last Dance.
Do you
Oh,
need the
really?
noises, Topple? Because I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was adding it with my fan over there.
Of experience.
yeah, so I saw Big H was on here last week and stole the show. How was that?
It was good.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
He was
I was
a
having
dick.
laptop problems, so
He
that's
was
why I
an
couldn't
absolute
stay on.
dick.
And
No, I don't.
He wasn't a dink.
Get him back. Dink.
Is that what you said?
I said he was a dick. I was joking, by the way.
Oh, okay. He was
Don't
a
offend Big
sweet.
H here.
He was a sweet guy. He's the best. He's one thing I will say, and I'm sure you guys can agree. He is one serious motherfucker. He is so serious, dude, and it's hilarious because we're all in here getting a little buzzed, getting a little tanked, and it's funny. It's a good dichotomy of people.
So Abe
Why didn't
was
you?
in his glory, I bet.
Oh.
He did good. It was awesome.
On my end, you're still 10 times louder than any of the other guys. Other
Yeah.
than pretty much the same level, and you're like yelling at. Like it's like coming through my speakers, almost probably causing. Like, nothing.
You are a bit distorted, Steve. You are.
Yeah,
I hear
my
you
earphone,
loud,
All right.
my
Hold
my
on.
headphones do keep crackling.
Smokesteve, back up from the camera.
I'm gonna do.
Not be afraid to tell our great host here that he's way too.
All right, here we go. Listen, I just
Oh,
changed
great
up
move.
everything. I changed it all up. Did that help at all?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's
That's a
much
lot
better.
more close to like everyone else, I'd say.
That I added all the add-ons that they have to vocals, and why don't they just make it like this to start? Why do I have to add them on? You know, but I did it, so I hope that's better.
Check every checkbox.
Did you check the adjust mic level
Yeah, I check
automatically?
every box blue, dude. That's what you should do.
I checked them.
Reduce my ground noise.
Cup of tea's infested with wolf spiders. That sucks.
Echo cancellation and stereo audio.
I found one wolf spider in this house out of the thousands that I ever saw.
Steve, that's going to be our next band name, by the way. Wolf Spider.
Wolf Mother is an awesome fucking band, and it's too close.
Yeah, it would be better than them. Fuck them.
You're better than Wolf Mother? Those guys
Yeah.
fucking rule, dude. I love Wolf Mother. And all of their good songs are fucking locked up on, of course, on whatever, Rocksmith, RS. There's no Wolf Mother.
Are they all Ubisoft?
No, Mother, you were just singing a Danzig song, I think.
Yeah, that was a dance.
No, I wasn't. Because they do a song called Mother as well, don't they?
Okay. I don't know. It sounded like
Sure
you were
they do.
singing Danzig Mother, but
No, there is
So-
a dang Mother.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, totally different track.
The Joker and the Thief is their, I think, their best track. It's a jammer.
That is a pretty good one, yeah.
I mean, it's a 3-piece. The guy sings, he screeches like a banshee. It's fucking fire, bro. Are you in a band called Anticorp, or are you a promoter for them? I noticed you've gone to some shows by that name.
It was kind of like my solo project stuff name. The bands I remember other names.
So
Yeah, I've seen your solo stuff. It's fucking great. I have to admit.
definitely.
I just do folk music, really, like East Coast kind of folk music.
Yeah, it was great stuff though.
Kind of Scottish, kind of Irish, kind of fucking, I don't know, country, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely got some good.
Fuck rock and roll street music.
That's good. Is there a good rock and roll scene in Toronto?
I don't think so.
No, huh?
Not for a long time, I don't think. I don't think it ever was really great since the 90s.
Did it have its time like Seattle or maybe like Boston?
The 90s music scene was amazing here in Canada. It was great. It was great in
Okay.
Toronto. But now it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Last few years killed like what was left of it, a lot of it. It's starting to come back now because people wander all excited again because they couldn't go out here for a couple of years to shows, really, you know? So it is kind of coming back. It's been decent, but still not really good, I wouldn't say.
yeah, there's just, I don't know what music culture would be here in Boston or I'm near Boston. It's like, I don't even know. The old days, it was totally different. You could go catch live music. I feel like now people
But
are
it was
more,
like Irish punk stuff, like Dropkick Murphys or
no,
something.
no. You had a lot of bands like the Pixies, just straight like alternative punk kind of, tons of that. And we had some really good like R&B at the Cantab Lounge in Cambridge. That place was fabulous. Little Joe, he was put on a show, man. Just good stuff. I wouldn't know where to go for that now. I feel like people are more concerned with like posing with a $20 fucking martini and putting it on their IG feed than going out and finding a kick-ass live performance. Going to the bar with the biggest line, with the nicest fucking ambiance, and taking pictures and putting it on their socials is what people are doing. A lot of people.
Not
No,
our
people-
generation.
No, but in Boston now, like, that's what it is, dude. It's like you go to the hot spots. You don't go to the fucking dives anymore. People don't go to the cool places, man. It's. I feel like the whole.
Either that or the dives have got like cool in quotes.
Sometimes,
You know,
yeah.
You get all the trendy people going to like the dive bars because they think, oh well, like look at me, I'm in a dive bar.
Yeah, when a dive bar puts out Pabst Blue Ribbon for $3, there's definitely going to be a large contingency of young people to go and drink those $3 beers, or whatever,
In Boston, do they got a lot of these microbreweries?
Oh, tons.
Tons, dude.
And do they always have like performances there too?
Not always, no.
Oh, there's usually like 2 food trucks out there performing. I love going there, and I don't even drink.
You do.
I drink whiskey. I don't drink beer.
But who's eating from a food truck? What are you going to get, a fucking sticky bun for $14?
No, they got like all kinds of.
Yay!
You don't eat at food trucks?
Never in my life, yo.
Oh, you're missing out.
Why? What is wrong with you?
Food
Jamaican
trucks are
jerk
cheap here.
chicken, all kinds of shit.
Dirty, cheap, and they actually try to make good food for you as well.
Not in
At least,
Boston.
at
It's
least
real
they do here.
authentic food too.
Yeah,
You get a
Yeah.
taco truck, it's a real taco.
You get
Oh, yeah.
actual. If you buy a burger, you get a real burger instead of just a tiny paper thin patty that you get
No,
from a McDonald's.
I never buy burgers outside of my own house, bro. You were to ever have a Steve-O burger, you would never
You
go
were
back.
talking about McDonald's earlier. Shut the fuck up.
No, I have wraps from McDonald's,
that was like
not
years
food
ago,
truck
bro.
burgers.
You
I'm a
have
Five
wraps
Guys.
from McDonald's biscuit.
Smokesteve, a Five Guy
Wraps,
kind of guy.
yeah. But I like burgers with fried
Rats in them,
onions.
apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smokesteve,
Anyway, I'm off to bed,
do you
guys.
get down with
I'm
Five Guys?
absolutely knackered.
Enjoy
Five
your
Guys?
wrap burgers.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Biscuit.
No worries. I'll
See
try
you
and
biscuit.
stop by again next
See you,
weekend.
biscuit.
All right, please do.
All right, take care, man. Have a good week.
Catch you later, guys.
Have a
See you,
good
man.
one.
Five Guys, I would say no.
No?
I say no to Five Guys.
I mean,
No,
they were
fuck
cool
that.
the first 3 times I went in. I was like, oh, cool, double burger, bag of French fries. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck this place. It sucks.
Yeah, it's too expensive here in Canada, anyways.
Dude, I can make a
It's
damn
better
it's
burger than
proper
McDonald's. It's
expensive.
just so expensive. It's not even worth it.
And you get too much food as well that you can't eat it all.
If you like fries,
I'm a fat fuck and I couldn't eat
You
it
have
all.
refrigerators?
Yeah, but
Well, I'm right. I was in London at the time. Yes, I'm going to take it home, like fucking 100 miles across Britain. Yeah, because
It'll
I want
survive.
to save the rest of this burger.
You,
No,
it'll
give it to
survive.
a homeless guy.
homeless guy.
You weren't able to finish a freak. Oh, well, that's good. But you weren't
Five
able to
Guys,
finish
yeah.
one burger?
No, not a Five Guys. No,
Really?
no.
Oh, I must be a fat fuck then. I could eat 2.
Wow.
Jeez,
double?
these things are huge, though. They were like the size of my face.
Oh, they're not that huge. I guess the place
They
I
were
go, they're not that
huge
big.
here, anyway.
when I was young, I could eat 2 of those. Now I'm probably like this guy. I can eat half. And I'm like, yeah, I've drank like 12 beers a day for 20 years. So yeah, I can't eat. Fuck.
Yeah.
Drink
Like
12
one day,
beers,
I'll have a good meal.
smoke 20 a day. I can't handle this shit anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
I
too
mean,
old for this
I
shit.
split everything now with my wife and kid, and we don't eat the big fat grinders anymore.
Is
know?
that what you call each belly?
Yeah, right.
The
Well,
wife
you make
and
your own
kid.
burgers though, anyway. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When it comes to burgers, dude, you got to grill your own over fire. It's fucking awesome.
no, you gotta smoke them.
I like grilled, hot fire, short time, sharp Vermont cheddar, and sea salt. Boom, done.
Okay, I have a burger question for everyone here.
I
So-
can see why you drink Bud Light.
Okay, first time I went to, I forget where I was. It was somewhere in fucking down south, like North Carolina, Virginia. I can't remember exactly, but I ordered a burger at a restaurant, and inside the burger was fucking red.
Yeah.
Oh, rare.
What's wrong with that?
And in Canada, it's illegal to sell burgers not cooked all the way through. So it was
Well, it's
fucking
Canada.
weird.
That's why.
It was weird for me, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like,
Was it good?
disgusting. Take this burger
Oh,
back."
really?
Burger, it's fucking red in the middle. It's ground chuck that's red. Like steak that's red, okay, but I don't want fucking ground chuck that's red.
I don't want
No.
rare.
That's what I thought as a Canadian. I thought it was gross, dude. So I'm just not used to it, right?
Have you never had a rare steak before in your life?
Yeah, but never like I would. Ground chuck just seems so weird.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
ground
the same
is
difference.
different.
It's,
No, it's different.
it's totally different, man.
It's a mixture. A steak is a steak. It's from the same source. Ground
Steak
is
a
from
cut,
multiple.
right? This is just ground up stuff, and then it's like not
Right.
in the middle
Well,
of the-
I mean, did
Because
you
I've never had it though. That's you just never.
did you
had
like
it.
the
It's weird
taste?
to you.
I guess it's a matter of trust. You really have to trust who the
I mean, what?
supplier.
Like when you're young and like, is everyone eating a rare steak?
Have a
when
good
they're
night.
kid? Like, no. Most
No.
kids aren't eating their steak blue and rare and shit, right? So I was young. I was like 19 or something.
Yeah, I hear you. I would go with the taste test. If I liked it, I would eat it. But there's the trust test. If you know who your supplier is and where the shit's coming from, it's one thing. If it's high end and it's rare, it's maybe more believable. But in a Five Guys where it's like a mass produced factory, I think your sketchiness was well deserved. Cook it through, bro. Fucking, we're
So,
not.
like,
Yeah, so
you
is
the
it fast
burger,
food or a
you put
restaurant?
that in the middle.
It was in Five Guys, he said.
Oh, Five Guys. That they
No,
usually
it wasn't
do
in
like.
Five Guys.
No.
It was just in a restaurant.
A restaurant.
Yeah, it was like I don't remember the name of it. It was like a restaurant. It was a fast food place. Yeah.
I would eat it. I'd give it a shot.
see,
Roll the dice.
I've never got the obsession with what are they called? Sliders?
Oh, yeah.
They do not
The way a
look
burger
good.
thread in the middle of the meat is disgusting is the point. So,
It looks horrible to my eyes. A
How about a
slider.
smash burger?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like the little square
Slider is
things.
Yeah,
White
just-
Castle.
yeah, White
what is-
Castle, God.
Oh God.
Oh, and the bun looks greasy as well. And
They made a video going to White Castle, man. Like, you
Really?
know, Auntie and blah 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 go to White Castle, and fucking we went live at White Castle in Detroit. Everyone that we went with was American except for me and my buddy who's a drummer, and they're all like, "No, we don't want anything." Like, we're like, "Oh, White Castle." We're like, "No, we're good, man." I'm like, "Here, I bought like a big fucking just like a in the movie. I bought all this food." And they're like, "No, we don't want any." It was sitting in the hotel for like 24 hours. We were just eating it. Didn't bother me really. I don't know. Maybe I had some farts, but that was it.
It's like in Philadelphia, everybody that
Pretty
comes
gross.
outside
Castle's
asks about cheesesteaks, and they all go to the two that everyone knows, Pat's and Gino's. I'm like, no, don't go there. That's the worst cheesesteaks.
I had a buddy from Philly who used to tell me a place called Tim's was the best. I don't know.
Him's is okay.
He said that was fire. Pizza steak. He
There's
used to say,
Lorenzo. There's all different. The best
Pe-
cheesesteak ain't those gimmicky ones. You can look it up. And when it comes down to cheesesteak, it just depends on the roll and the cheese. Like
And?
Cooper Sharp.
"Oh, Cooper. Okay, yeah, I know that cheese."
Double Leicester. Gloucestershire
They're in that UK
cheese. Gloucestershire cheese. No.
I mean,
You don't have any of that over there?
No.
no,
No,
we
no.
do. You just got to look for it.
Red Leicester.
I've seen that.
What's the one with the fish head sticking out of it?
That's gross. That's what
A
that
Yeah.
was.
cheese with a fish head sticking out of it.
No, it
One of my
has
favorite
literally
songs.
fish head sticking out of it.
I love that song.
What song?
Which song?
Fish Heads by Barnes and Barnes.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite songs to perform, man. I only learned it like a year or two ago, and I fucking love that song.
Roly Poly.
I play it for like Asian people on YouTube, like when the Filipinos do karaoke. They'll invite me onto their karaoke streams and play as a song, and I'll play that song, and they'll all be going. I'm just laughing.
No
Like,
kidding, huh? They have karaoke streams that you can play songs on.
Yeah, I do a bunch of music streams. I pop in the odd time certain music streams and play a song here and there once a week.
I need to hang out with you more often.
Sounds interesting.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Do you do
It's
anything?
really
on
annoying
Twitch?
when you have like a bunch of people doing karaoke. It actually can be a lot. It hurts my brain now. But
Scum, do you do anything on Twitch ever?
I haven't used my Twitch page in quite a long time. I used to like stream onto Twitch and onto here when I went live, and then I just stopped doing multi-platforms and just streamed on YouTube. So I haven't used it in a couple of years.
Well, Random Goon, also known as McGrande's Anal Probe, does a great Twitch stream on Fridays, which usually we all kind of check out. It's he plays like tablature and guitar, and then like you can request songs, and he plays along. It's pretty fun.
Well, I try. I mean, there's no guarantee I'll be any good at a song if I've never heard it before. But I give it a go.
Give it a go.
It's just a laugh, isn't it?
Your wife says that, Steve, and I'd be like, no, thank you. I don't want my burger pink in the middle.
What does I'm
Like,
really good at?
I'm like, this is gross to me, man.
I have people who are like you, my sister-in-law, in fact, and all it
I don't want
takes
it burned. I just want it cooked all the way through.
I just leave it on for 2.5 more minutes, and boom, it's cooked.
Yeah.
The pink is gone. It's still juicy. It's fire.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Do you know what is quite nice in a burger? I have to admit, is stick some onion in there, bit of garlic, paprika, cayenne pepper, a little bit, and oregano.
No
Just mix
salt.
that all together.
What
Then
about
slap
salt?
it on and then season it while you're grilling it. And such a good burger.
That's different from what I prefer. But
I think it's like a Cuban burger, they call it, because that's how they season theirs.
Certainly different over here at my place. I'm a sea salt guy. I like it straight up.
Malaysian sea salt.
Only the finest sea salt. Start sprinkling it out like that dude from the fucking memes.
I think I use salt to put in fucking hot water to get it down. Like put lobster in hot water with tons of salt. Other than that, I never use salt for anything really.
Yeah, you know you're meant to do that, like with pasta as well. Like
I found
the water
on these super hot, like humid days, I've been like hitting a little extra salt in the mornings because I feel like I'm sweating it out at a maybe 50% higher rate than on an average day. And like rehydrating your body isn't always just water. You have to replenish the salt.
The way you said like hitting the salt, you just go up to the salt pot on like your dinner table and go.
No, it's more like it's hard to explain. A little extra mustard or in the sandwich. I don't know. You know, maybe I might have a dab of sea salt on my finger. And
Just cool it. Like,
Why do you keep saying sea salt? It's just salt.
sea salt.
no, there's different types.
There are
Kosher.
not different types.
There is.
No, there aren't.
Some of it's mixed with like heroin and stuff.
Malaysian sea salt is the best.
Malaysian.
All salt is sea salt.
Hey man,
The way you say that, dude.
makes your wife happy.
Malaysian.
She wants to buy it, buy it. That's the way it goes. The salt. Everybody, the cheapest salt, that's fine with me. But hey, you want to pay $8 for it? Sure, go nuts.
Most,
Hey, you get that bitch salt.
I think most salt in the U.S. is mined from underneath Cleveland or Detroit. There's like these enormous salt caverns underneath.
Yeah, but what about the iodine?
It's all well. You got to add iodine. That salt is all from
Iodine? Did you say iodine?
iodine, tomato.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Those iodine people.
What's your point about iodine?
Yeah, iodine.
I don't like it in my salt.
You don't have to get it. You can get salt without iodine.
Correct, and that's why I
Iodine.
buy sea salt because there's no iodine.
Imagine caring if there was iodine.
Iodine is added to some salt. You don't have to. It's not added to all salt.
I love the way you guys freak out about MSG as well. Like,
No, we don't. I love MSG.
Oh,
I know
thank you.
it was a racist thing to
Was it
demonize-
racist?
It
What?
was racist. To demonize
Anti-Chinese
MSG.
food.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It was racist, the whole anti-MSG thing. MSG is fine, man.
It's great. It's just a flavor enhancer. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Oh, it's made by the commies. No, we can't have it in this country.
good stuff. I do hate iodine. She's right. I asked her. Some people ask for no MSG. I ask for no iodine. So that's how it goes. Yeah, she's right.
I've seen that Himalayan pink salt in the stores.
The pink Himalayan salt. Oh, it's the best. You get the cracker with it.
Oh, I've seen that shit. Yeah.
That's
Stacy.
my ex-wife used to love that shit. I'm just like, it's just salt.
It's just insane
Yeah.
that they're shipping salt from the Himalaya. It's as insane as that Fiji water I see.
That I agree with.
The whole idea you somehow ship water from
That's
the
just-
island of Fiji, thousands of miles, spending, all that energy to ship it, and it's just basically it's the same fucking water you get out of the tap, where you live.
Let's look. Place your guesses.
When I was in Texas, they made me drink it because my buddy in a black metal band said, "This is what you need when you drink and smoke with us because you won't get heartburn, man." It's these like electrolytes and these other waters actually gives you heartburn, but this stuff, and I drank it the whole time. I never got heartburn, so I was like, whatever. We're just fucked up the whole time. Fucking
Hey, he was right.
Royal the whole
I mean, it worked.
Oh gosh.
drinking Crown Royal and fucking Miller High Life and smoking Newports the whole fucking time I was in Texas. Those 8 or 9 days, and then fuck, just keep buying that water, fucking Fiji water, sure.
It's funny.
Yeah.
The distance from, and we can buy Fiji here in Massachusetts. The distance from Massachusetts to Fiji at the closest points is 13,000 kilometers. Jesus. That's insane.
Yep.
That's some good ass water. Oh.
Ass water.
Yeah, it's like brown. It's like swamp ass.
Water is the only thing that's still cheap in Canada that we consume like into our bodies. Is the only thing that's cheap. So you can get 16 ounce, like 500 ml bottles or whatever.
Dude, you live in
24
Canada.
of them
You
for
have
$2.
really
Nothing
nice
that cheap.
water.
Drink it out of the
18,000
tap.
miles.
$2 for 24 pints.
Then
of
why don't you drink out of the tap? You got really nice tap water over there.
tap water down in Toronto here on the edge of town where I live? It's notoriously bad.
Dude, come here and taste my tap water.
It's
I
disgusting.
mean, that sounds sexual.
I mean, I could drink it
like
all
it,
time, fine.
but-
I'm not going to drink it.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting here. It's just lime with a little bit of water.
It's just chlorine.
Yeah, you're crunching your water if you drink it out of the tap over
I used
here.
to say in
Really?
certain areas of the city there was more chlorine and the water tasted better. Here's the bad.
Wow, yeah. It tastes like a swimming pool.
Yep, it's the water's no good here.
No, it's even worse.
I don't
here.
even cook with the water here. Like I won't boil potatoes with the water, pasta or anything. Like no.
Exactly. That's how we are, but bottled only to drink or filtered.
Why when I can buy like a fucking 4-gallon jug for 99 cents, or like I said, 24 of these pints for fucking $2. So,
Yeah,
$2
what
per
is that
bottle or
cheaper?
$2
Yeah.
for 24?
$2 Canadian, so that's like $1.40 for you guys for 24.
God, that's like
ounce
50
bottle.
cents.
The only thing that's cheap around here is my point. Like when you go shopping, it's the only thing still cheap that hasn't like gone up by 30 or 40 fucking percent in the last couple of years.
Milk?
Smokesteve wife. She's funny.
Yeah, we like our goats. Scottish Highland goat.
Excuse me, you like your goats?
We have
Actually, I'm not going to ask further into that because I don't really want to know. Kind of scared.
Yeah, we filter our water through the fridge. You know, one of those simple filters you change every 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does. It gives you peace of mind.
It's activated carbon, I believe. Most
More or
most of
less,
those,
yeah.
among other
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
maybe some kind of a particle filter as well as activated carbon. Then they just die out. You change them. Boom, boom, done.
We drink Cambodian milk. I think I'll say that in the comment section this weekend. Anyway,
Does he mean Cambodian breast milk? That's an old from an old Dave Chappelle skit when he's playing Puff Daddy and he tells his handler to go get him Cambodian breast milks, the finest breast milk. But I don't know.
anyways, gentlemen, I've got to head. I've got a birthday party to go to in a half hour, so I'm gonna be 43. You guys have a good night.
All right, dude.
All right, happy birthday, and
I'll be trying this at midnight. The
Yep.
Leo
All right.
Scum Tribe. Watch out.
Happy birthday, brother. Thank you for coming by, Scum. Don't be a stranger.
Safe, eh?
See you, buddy.
Thanks, Steve. See you, Last Dance.
all right, take it
See
easy.
you, Prober.
See ya.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, he was cool. I like Scum. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I think the last time I talked to him was on Duke's stream fucking a month or so ago.
Duke did it? Oh yeah,
What?
Duke had a birthday stream.
Duke had a stream. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, he did a stream about like fucking just anything really, but mainly about like geeky stuff with that dude.
Hmm.
And I asked him, it's like, oh, I'm thinking about buying a Mac, and they were like, no, don't buy a Mac, don't buy a Mac.
Interesting.
Still thinking about buying a Mac though.
Yeah, and you think I should get a new version of a what is it called? A Switch. Like you were endorsing me on that one.
Oh yeah, I saw you earlier about game console. Yeah, for the family though.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, do you care about graphics or anything? What kind of games you going to play? Family games with each other?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, Switch. Yeah, that's
So the one we found, it's like a 3-way thing. Like, but how do 3 people play? Because there's only 2 controllers.
yeah. You'll have to buy more controllers.
So certain games have the ability for 3 players simultaneously.
Oh yeah, like it's like up to 4, maybe more.
Wow,
Don't know, but 4 at the most.
we're covered. That
Yeah.
sounds cool. I think we're gonna look into it. Just an idea. You
I
hate to
think
buy
a
something.
Switch is the best way to go, really, for if you've got young kids or whatever. You don't want to give them a PlayStation and start like playing GTA or something.
Right, exactly. All right,
Yeah.
good. That'll be the move. All right, what else do we got here, boys? Where's my? I left my papers upstairs. Anything else you fellas want to cover?
Yeah, I'm pooped,
Nope.
exhausted.
Shall we bring this to an end?
Sounds good to me.
64 4-player split screen, says Cup of Tea. That's interesting. Probably cheap too.
Yeah, but for the Switch, you can buy like I was going to say this earlier quickly. You can buy like a splitter. You remember in the old days where you can like plug one thing in, it would split into 4 controllers or something?
Yes.
You can buy a similar thing for like the Switch and stuff, and then you can buy old secondhand like GameCube pads that plugs into them
Okay.
for like cheap as fuck, and you can all play with them as well. So
Yeah.
you don't have to have, unless the games require them gyro like things that you need to move the remote around and do this sort of shit.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. So the regular modern Switch will work. We'll just have to get aftermarket splitters.
Well, either that or just get another set of they call them nunchucks, do they, or something, like the things that slip on the side. If you get an extra pair of them, then yeah, you've got 4 players then essentially for party games and stuff.
Okay. So it has the ability, because it's all wireless, to just communicate with more.
Yeah, you can just get an extra pair of them 2 slots, and then you've got 2 extra controllers.
Brilliant.
And I think that's probably the best way to go, because a lot of the party games, you only need 1 of them. So the Switch comes with 2. You buy another pair, you've got 4. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Home
You're
run.
covered then, yeah.
So it's like $300 for the Switch. You think it's worthy?
Yeah. The only bad thing is the price of games never go down for the Switch. Like, they're always quite expensive because they can sell them. It's then
Were they
price.
like 50?
Yeah, 50, $60, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
They might go down to about 40, but I wouldn't expect much less.
Damn. Okay. I mean, it's all part of it, dude. It ain't cheap, right?
Yeah. But I think that's the best way to go for a family experience if you want to play with kids. And your kids, you don't want them playing GTA or anything. Yeah, just that's the best console to get.
Yeah, I wish they had a console only option, but they only have the thing with the screen on it. It would be
they've all got the screen on it. Some of them, and you got to be careful, is the controllers are built into the screen, so you can't take them off.
I think that's called the Switch Mini or the Switch One.
Switch Lite or something. Yeah. As long as you don't get that version, then you're golden.
All right, cool. That's good stuff. All right, y'all. Unless anyone has any other great subjects that they want to broach, we're going to end this sucker. What do you think, fellas?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm good for it.
All right. We're going to go ahead and...
Good night. Thank you, Smokesteve, for having a delightful pub again. And
it's been fun, my dude.
Saturday night. Great talking to Random Goon. And good night to Smoke Wife and all the good people in the chat.
Exactly.
Good night, everyone.
See you later, all. All right. And thus brings an end to another Smokesteve's International Pub. I do thank you all for being here. You've all been great. Smoke Wife, of course. Cup of Tea, John Grammaticus, Scum TV. You are awesome, brother. Thank you, man. I'm going to just scroll back real quick. Biscuit Vapes, you were here, brother. You were great. Topple, of course. You were in here, man. Mr. Kill C1. Cup of Tea. Everybody, you were all fabulous. And if I missed you, and all the guys who were live on cam, I'm not going to mention you. Biscuit, of course. Ascendancy 18. Everybody, thanks for being here, y'all. Peace. Have a good week. Catch you next Saturday. Don't be a stranger. Later.